Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Y'all already know this is Punch, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo Shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo, mi gente. First and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. Great news, officially announced. David Benavidez, a.k.a. La Bandera Roja, the Mexican Monster, the Ecuadorian Monster, the Dominican Monster versus the Boogeyman, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, November 25th, Thanksgiving weekend. Thank you, PBC. Thank you, TGB. Thank you, Showtime. Once again, keeping the momentum of the greatest year in the sport of boxing 2023. Thank you, Al Heyman. Thank you, Showtime, Steven Espinoza. Thank you, PBC. Thank you, Tom Brown, TGB. Doing it again. All started off with David Benavidez versus Kalen Plant. Could have ended with David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? He got the intro. Does he going to have the outro? The intro and the outro. Let's see if he could get over this hump versus the undefeated, one of the most heaviest bags in the sport of boxing, in the industry. Everybody knows Demetrius Andrade got the goods, got one of the heaviest bag. High risk, what they say, high risk and low reward. Mentira. That was high risk and high reward. Because if you would have fought Canelo Alvarez in 154, when Canelo Alvarez was the number one mandatory position, that would have been high reward for Canelo Alvarez. It would have been high reward for Canelo Alvarez if he would have fought Demetrius Andrade in 160 in the middleweight so he could become undisputed. And if he would have fought Demetrius Andrade around that time and he would have beat Demetrius Andrade around that time, it was going to be Canelo Alvarez the first male to become undisputed in two different divisions, and it wouldn't be Bud Crawford. Lost that opportunity. Whether you want to say it was Canelo Alvarez or whether you want to say it was Golden Boy Promotion that signed the extension, at the end of the day, there was an opportunity out there to fight Demetrius Andrade to become undisputed at 160, the middleweight, one of the most historic divisions in the sport of boxing and a lucrative division in the sport of boxing. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade is the most duck fighter in this era by champions. Let me repeat that again. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, the most avoided fighters by champion of this era. Let's go. Kev in effect in the building. Kev in effect in the building con los 5 pesos. Super chatty 5K. Toma, just because today is a good day. Boxing fans, we win again. Boxing fans, we win again. And the platform that's making us feel like we winners is Showtime. The platform that makes me feel like a winner. TGB, PBC. If you don't like it, entrate el bicho por la nalga sin vaselina. Let's go. Low Nose Boxing in the building. What's good, man? Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo in the building. Good, Jackie. Ringo in the building. What's good, man? What's good? But you know what? In the sport of boxing, like I always say, there's a toxic community in the sport of boxing, especially in America. In the Twitter, in the YTBC, YouTube boxing community. There's always going to be some cancerous folks. There's always going to be some people that be acting like bitter baby mamas in family court. Oh, I don't want to buy the pay-per-view. This fight is not pay-per-view. Why are they putting it on pay-per-view? No, it's not worth it. No, I'm not going to pay. You broke mother effers. Stop complaining. Didn't y'all was complaining all these years? Demetrius Andrade never fought anybody. Demetrius Andrade avoided Janibek. You ain't even give a damn about no Janibek. Ain't none of you mother effers give a damn about no damn Janibek. Ain't nobody was talking about no damn Janibek in this community. Demetrius Andrade, he didn't want to fight Janibek. Demetrius Andrade didn't want to fight Sergey Derevchenko. What the hell did Derevchenko win? What the hell has Derevchenko win in the sport of boxing but be an epic loser? Huh? Always one of the big ones. Huh? Oh, you know if Sergey Derevchenko is losing the big one. Boo never fought Zach Parker. He dug. You ain't give a damn two shits about Zach Parker. You don't even know who Zach Parker looked like. You don't even know who Zach Parker, what country he's in. You don't even know his record. You ain't never seen a goddamn fight with Zach Parker. Demetrius Andrade didn't want to fight Zach Parker. The hell out of here with y'all mess. Oh, yeah, he avoided Janibek. He avoided Parker to fight the one that's regarded the most threatening, the biggest threat to the cash cow of the sport of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, El Rey de Boxeo, the pound for pound. 1, 2, 3, you can flip it around. Canelo Alvarez, a.k.a. King Nello, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nello, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. get the fuck out of here, man. The guy that Canelo Alvarez fought, Jamel Charlo, could have fought David Benavidez, but now Demetrius Andrade didn't fight Janibek, didn't fight Zach Parker, but he's fighting David Benavidez, and it's on pay-per-view. You guys been talking so much ish about this man. Fight somebody, fight somebody, fight somebody. Stop pulling out. Pause. Stop pulling out of Parker. Pause. Stop. I'm going to fight David Benavidez and what? I don't want to pay for the pay-per-view. I don't want to. It's not a pay-per-view fight. My goodness. Pathetic men in this damn industry. Damn on Twitter and on YTBC. You pathetic. Man, your wife is getting piped by another man right now. Your wife is getting piped by another man right now. You always complaining. Cancerous of of the sport of boxing. I'm here to preserve the sport of boxing. Preserve the modern day wards, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. Oh, look at this pay-per-view. I don't want to pay for the pay-per-view with Tyson Fury in the UFC fight. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay. Oh, David Haney and Regis Pro. No, I don't want to pay. Oh, David Benavidez and Boo Watch. No, I don't want to pay. Man, shut your bitch ass up, man. You corny ass, broke ass bitches out here, man. Get the damn out of my sport and go watch some male volleyball. You pathetic, bruh. Y'all pathetic out here on Twitter. Y'all pathetic out here in the YTBC. You broke bitches are pathetic. Always complaining. Pay-per-view is too much money. It's too much. Motherfucker, I go to the club and pay $5 for a damn bottle of water. Shut the F up. You guys pay $5 for a bottle of water in the club, in a bar. Y'all don't complain. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? What's going on? Hey, yo, Jackie Hernandez, I just want you to know. There's a lot of broke mother effers out here. All these males, there's a lot of broke mother effers out here in boxing. I don't want Jackie, yo, big bro right here. I don't want you dealing with these broke folks. And then some of these guys that's independent media, boxing content creators. I don't want to pay for the pay-per-view. Who's the pay-per-view? No pay-per-view. But then you know what they do? Jackie? You know what they do? They go live. They create content, but they want their little ad revenue from Google, or they want their little super chats and stuff like that, right? But they could capitalize. No, Boo Boo and David Benavidez, they can't capitalize. No, they don't want to put that on pay-per-view. But you know what? But boxing content creators, we got membership, right? We accept super chats, super thanks. Oh, we want to make money. And I'm saying this collectively, right? We have the audacity. Look at it. And I want y'all to know here in the chat right now, the people that's looking on right now, I just want you to understand these damn ass hustlers. They're not in it for boxing. They're in it to tap into an audience. Marketing 101. Know your target audience. They're not in it for boxing. They're here for traffic. They're here to hustle the people. I'm here for boxing, to preserve the sport of boxing, to preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for my pure entertainment. I keep the same damn slogan since day one. to preserve the sport of boxing, preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the ones that put their life on the line for my pure entertainment. I am honored to talk to high class, to world class fighters. I am honored to pay my money to these fighters. You know why? Because I opened up a channel, and you know what? I get supported. I get some people give me some money as well because of the blood, sweat, and tears of these fighters. But these other folks, they rather talk shit about these fighters. Don't buy the pay-per-view. Don't buy this. Don't buy that. But yeah, you want to make money off the backs of these fucking fighters. So why are you here trying to say don't pay for the pay-per-view when you're going to run it live? You're going to have a content about these guys, but you don't want them to get paid. You want to get paid off them. You pieces of human garbage. Get the fuck out of my motherfucking sport. You broke bitches. Always complaining. Always complaining. You have a great fight, decent fight, always complaining. How you going to be complaining about TGB? This year, it is not the time. How you going to be complaining about Showtime? This year, it is not the time. How the hell are you going to be complaining about Al Heyman, a.k.a. Al Hamon, PBC? This year, it is not the time. You leave that little fucking bitterness, squeeze that shit up your booty hole, and leave it there for 2024. And let's see what happened in 2024. You let that shit out. Grown-ass men in their 40s and 50s talking shit all fucking day. Shit. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Type of sport do you want to watch? I mean, David Benavidez and Mise Andrade is a good fight, but I don't know if I want to pay. Oh, how much you think that fight is going to do anyway? Huh, Punch? How much you think that fight is going to do anyway? Well, it might not even do 100K. It might even do 50K. Who the hell? Why you care? Like you invested in this fight. Like you in the board in the negotiation room and stuff like that, and you have invested your tens and thousands of dollars into this fight, and you're trying to get money back. Who the hell are you? Huh? What's wrong with these folks? Huh? You don't go to your local deli. You don't go to your local grocery store and be like, you know what? How much was the revenue at the end of the year? I seen a truck pulled up with a lot of boxes of soda cans and water. I don't think you're selling good. And you walk out the damn grocery store. Who does that? I don't think it's going to do more than 100K. I don't know if it's going to be successful. Who cares? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I don't think it's going to break even. I don't think it's going to surpass Gervonta Tandy with the Ryan Garcia. I don't think it's going to surpass Canelo Alvarez and Charlo. I don't think it's... Who gives a fuck if it's not going to pass? It ain't your money, you bum. You a bum. You bums out here, bro. You bums. You bum. I think it's going to do 100K, 130K. How much did David Benavidez and Caleb Plant? Did you watch the fight? Yes? Okay, that's all you need to know. Did you pay for the fight? Okay, that's all you need to know. When you buy a potato chip and a juicy in a tropical fantasy, you broke bitch, you still be buying tropical fantasy. You wouldn't even want to buy Snapple. You still buy tropical fantasy. Your cheap ass don't want to buy Snapple. Huh? Your car needs 89 and 93, but you put in regular because you don't want to. I'm not paying for the gas, damn it. I know my engine needs that 93 and the 91, but no, I'm gonna put regular because I don't want to pay. You broke bitch. Who want that smoke? Name me anybody in this industry that want to talk bad about this fight. I bet they won't hit the link. I bet don't hit me up and be like, yo, Punch, run back and send me the link and stuff. I really want to test you on this. I don't want to play. I just think that Al Heyman, man, what is it? Al Heyman stole y'all prom date or something like that? You ain't never seen Al Heyman in your life. Al Heyman stole this motherfucker. Look at a lot of people. Look at this Rick Glazier. Me and Rick Glazier have gone back and forth, right? He does what he does. He might say some good things about the sport of boxing, but the day that he be talking shit about the sport of boxing. But he put my name in this. All right. So Rick, you want that smokity smoke? You want that smokity smoke with Mr. Moo? Okay. So This was Rick Glazier go on Twitter and put my name, mi nombre. He says, you know, Showtime Boxing has lost its way. It's much troubled when Demetrius Andrade is headlining a pay-per-view show. Andre's nickname is Boo Boo, but most approximately call him Doodoo. Appropriately call him Boo Boo. Doodoo. Always remember, Andre has so few fans they can meet at Moonshine's home. Okay, a little chunky Joe. He think a little funny, huh? Think a little funny, huh? Oh, little rickety Rick want to take some shots, a little punch drum boxing, huh? And this is what I mean about these old raggedy ass folks talking shit about boxing. You know, Showtime Boxing has lost its way. Showtime Boxing done everything in 2023 boxing. They have been the spearhead in boxing. But that's what I mean. There's people out here. Look what it is. Rick Glazier. Rick. I know your hustle, man. I'm from New York City, man. I'm a kid. I'm a street kid from New York City. I know every damn hustle under the sun. I know every hustle under the sun. I see a hustle when I see one. Let me tell you the hustle in this YTBC. If you guys didn't know, let me remind you of the hustle. Hold on. Cobra in the building. What's good, Cobra? Con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Parique. Cobra, stylistically, a great matchup. Of course. If you're a hardcore boxing fan, who could complain about this fight? If you are a hardcore boxing fan, who could complain about this pelea? Now peep this. We all know, whether you hate it or love it, PBC is the spearhead, has represented boxing. As this is the year that many pugilists, great ones, have said is probably the best year in the sport of boxing. Led by Al Heyman. Al Hamon in Spanish. Like Leo Santa Cruz's son, Al Hamon. This is the hustle, folks. There are people out here that's not in it for boxing, and I want you guys to look out. Look out. This is your boy, Mr. Moonshine, el pastor de boxeo. I am telling you guys, stop being hustled. Hey, you might like this boxing content creator that caters to an argument. That you know he's basura, but he caters to what you may feel. That doesn't mean it's good. Listen up. You're being hustled. Marketing 101, the target audience. There is a community. There is an audience out there that hates on the PBC. There is an audience out there that is pro-black for the black fighters and shit on everybody else. There is pro-Latino channels. There is pro-UK channels. There is pro-haters of Top Rank, and there's pro-haters of PBC. And these people collide back and forth, and they spin narratives, and the other one debunks it, and spin narratives. I'm going to tell you like this. The people that used to go at PBC, their narrative has dried up. There is no real content, because you know why? Because the people that they used to shame PBC fighters with, let me give you an example. People that used to loot, now the narrative pushers used to shame Canelo Alvarez with PBC fighters like Jamal Charles of the world and things of that nature, correct? Right? But guess what? All those narrative, all those content, now Canelo Alvarez is PBC. So guess what? What are they going to be talking about? Bud Crawford from Top Rank. Remember, they used to shame Bud Crawford. PBC narrative pushers used to shame Bud Crawford. And the Crawford, that one of the people that like the top ranks of the world, used to shame the PBC welterweights and stuff like that. But guess what? Bud Crawford is now begging for PBC money, PBC checks, PBC fighters. Who he was calling out? Canelo and Charlo. Oh, now you have to come to PBC if you want some legacy, you want some money. So guess what's happening now? Those narratives are turning right back around and popping them in the behind without Vaseline. Now they gotta shit. Canelo's a PBC. I can't diss PBC no more. But Crawford wants to fight Canelo or Charlo. I can't. He's desperate for PBC money. So what's the narrative now? So now they got to keep on saying, well, now they're going with the pay-per-view. Everything is pay-per-view though. Everything is pay-per-view. No tengo dineros. No tengo chavos. No tengo. Yo soy un broke bitch. Yo no tengo nada para darle. Sorry, I don't have nothing. Mi mujer me dejó. I don't have, I'm broke. I'm broke. And then there's so Rick Glazier, he understands there's a market out there, and he taps into that market. He knows how to troll this market. He's only making you look like a fool. He's only making you look like a fool. See, the thing is, he can't fool me. But since I keep it real, let me tell you what's the hardest thing in this boxing community. Whether you a Twitter head, there's some people that they have Twitter accounts in boxing that they can't do it good in YouTube, and vice versa. There's people that's popping on YouTube that can't pop off on Twitter. Put it this way. It's about creating traffic. It's not about boxing, because anybody with a boxing mind knows that David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade is an interesting, great, massive, epic fight for today of this era at this time. The winner of Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez, two undefeated fighters, two former champions. Demetrius Andrade, two division former champion. David Benavidez was a former champion, and yes, he had a couple of hiccups in his career in which, his weight, substances and stuff like that made him lose the belt, but he's back on track, and he's headlining two great matchups, two risky matchups, two matchups that even the narrative pushers, the debunk army, or the narrative pusher, whatever you want to call it, if they want to create the narrative or debunk the narrative. Canelo Alvarez said once, why don't they all fight each other? Right? And I was one of the ones that didn't forget about Canelo. Even Demetrius Andrade, in the interview that I had with him 2 years ago, said, I don't give a damn about Canelo Alvarez. Forget about Canelo Alvarez. Let's all fight each other. We can make money fighting each other. Canelo Alvarez said in the interview, in one of the interviews and stuff like that, I believe it was Fight Hype or Fight Hub or stuff like that, but shout out to the people that did that interview. He said, why don't they all fight each other? And then they created this type of thing in this community. Why don't they all fight each other? Yeah, why does Jamal fight David Benavidez and Caleb Plant? David Benavidez fought Caleb Plant, and Demetrius Andrade fight. Why they don't all fight each other? They should do they should do a tournament to see who Canelo Alvarez is going to fight. Y'all remember that? Did y'all remember that? So Benavidez is fighting Caleb Plant. He's actually doing what Canelo Alvarez said. He's actually doing what he was shamed to do. Stop chasing Canelo Alvarez, right? And go and fight each other. This is what they doing. And y'all motherfuckers are still complaining. You asked for them to do something. Now they put a price on what you asked for, and you don't want to. I don't want to pay. It's mucho de pay-per-view. Why pay-per-view? You asked for it. You asked for it. You said, guys, stop asking for Canelo and fight each other. Okay, they doing it, but you don't want to pay for it. Mira que lambón son ustedes. Y'all got the nerves, man. Y'all really got the nerves. Y'all got the nerves. These haters got the nerves. And the thing is, some of y'all motherfuckers be listening to these haters too. They play y'all like a fool, man. They play like yo, like it's easy to hustle these American fans. The hardest thing in this community, pause, is keeping it unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. If you notice the channels that usually outside of my brother Showbiz, shout out to Showbiz, man, my brother out there to go. Outside of Showbiz, it's very hard to know who is really unbiased. Everybody is picking a corner because everybody is picking a target audience, because that's the only way that they're channeled for them, because they're not creative enough, they're not knowledgeable enough, and they're not and you know what I'm saying, they don't have that delivery to break it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively and keep people engaged. This is why over here I could give all the props to Canelo Alvarez, the 4th division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, Canelo, aka Cartelo, aka Cashinelo, aka Payday, aka get the fuck out of here, man, and still give props to Demetrius Andrade and still give props to David Benavidez, La Bandera Roja, the Dominican monster, the Ecuadorian monster, the Mexican monster? What channel could do that? See, there's other channels that need to play the PBC narrative game. Hate the PBC. Hate, love Canelo, and hate every potential opponent of Canelo. Right? I am giving y'all boxing, but it's hard to do that because in this community, even the people like to pick those corners. Y'all like to play the shame game. That's what it is. Y'all don't like to play the boxing game. Y'all don't like to say, you know what? 2019, Eddie Hearn did his thing and Matchroom did their thing. They was doing their thing in boxing. Eddie Hearn, you could give credit to a lot of boxing promoters, and also you could critique it, but it's not to critique to bury the sport. It's to critique to make the sport better. What people are doing here is critiquing to make the sport bad, to kill the sport, to be cancerous of the sport, and create a few laughs. And then you got your own business popping that has nothing to do with boxing. Why you think some of these boxing content creators can't even walk up to a fighter? Because they'll get slapped up, not by the fighter, but maybe their entourage. How many people you think could call Demetrius Andrade doodoo over here, but then call him doodoo to his face? If he don't smack you, there's going to be somebody else that's going to smack you, right? But maybe one of his brothers are fighters too. I mean, if you got the heart, right? Why don't you go and tell him to his face to see the response, to see if you still got your tooth in place? How many boxing content creators that you may like and you know they can't even walk up to a fighter? It's just like Canelo Alvarez. You saw the video I put up with Canelo Alvarez when I was out there? You remember when I was out there this past weekend with Canelo Alvarez, and I put the video right now and hit a million in IG? Well, the guy from ESPN Deportes sent another guy to ask Canelo Alvarez for an interview because he knows if he would have asked Canelo Alvarez to his face, you know what Canelo Alvarez said. Ni una foto. I don't want to be around this guy. I don't want to see a picture of this guy. See, the guy knew already all the shit that he talks about Canelo Alvarez. When Canelo Alvarez was around there, he didn't have the balls to get in Canelo Alvarez's face to ask for that interview. Because esa gente son palomos, pelagato, pájaros. That guy, what's his name? The guy that always talked ish about Canelo Alvarez and ESPN Deportes didn't have the balls to find it when he was sitting down right there. He needed to ask his counterpart to ask for the interview because they no tienen la bola. Así como son a lot of these people over here. Oh, man, I don't need to interview these fighters. I don't need to go to the fight. No, it's because you won't go to the fight and you won't ask for the interview, stupid, because you know exactly what will happen. Canelo almost mistake you for ego. He said Rafael Gutierrez, IBFP speaks facts, bro. It's 12 years. Fine, yeah, Fate tells on, whatever. Ese nombre de. See, they don't have the balls like me. I'm right next to Canelo Alvarez. As a matter of fact, when I'm videotaping Canelo Alvarez, I'm with Canelo Alvarez, a couple of his team. And we're talking about, and you know what we're talking about? We're actually talking about other boxing content creators that shit on Canelo Alvarez. And we were saying, mira este. Desperate. They were saying desperate. He's desperate for an interview right now. He better not say nothing to Canelo Alvarez. He better not say nothing to Canelo. And then we're talking about the boxing content creators that hate Canelo Alvarez. And you know what we're talking about? They're like, hey, punch drunk boxing. You were mad fair. You're fair. That's what they kept on saying. You fair. Because tú no hablas mierda, pero tú criticas. Yo dice, verdad, porque lo que yo le estaba criticando, el stamina. Y eso, and you know what they said? They said, pero eso es fair, porque I'm going to tell you, and they was like, I'm going to tell you right now, and that's what we was focusing on training, his stamina. We went to the mountains, él estaba corriendo mucho. He was running 5 to 6 miles a day. They say your critique is fair, but other people's critique, they cross the line. It has nothing to do with boxing. It's disrespectful what they do to Canelo Alvarez and YouTube. That's what we was talking about. See, if I was talking shit, they wouldn't even pay no mind to me. Matter of fact, they would tell me, get the fuck out my face. So I'm standing next to Eddie Reynoso, to all of them and stuff like that. And that was the second time we talked about the critique, because some of them saw my video when I didn't want to see the Triple G trilogy. And I said that Canelo Alvarez don't need to fight that fight. See, I have the balls to go. How many look how many times I critiqued Leonard Ellaby. Go watch my interview with Coach Calvin Ford, who's right there next. Yo estoy ahí con mi cara, con mi bola. ¿Quién? Yo digo lo que yo quiera y voy a tener mi cara enfrente de ti. If you don't want to say that to me, but I'm going to say the truth. All these guys that y'all be respecting out here who got the balls to go out there to a fight and face these fighters they critique. Ni enseña la cara, mi gente. They don't go out there. No. Mira Rick Laser cómo habla, ese viejito, mira, es un pelagato. Yo le doy un par de galletas a Rick Laser, the guy that y'all be pumping over here. Pumping for what? Pumping for what? What's he done in the sport of boxing? And a matter of fact, I put it like this. I'm not saying that everything he says is wrong. I'm not saying that he's not an insider, but he's also a cancer. You know why? And y'all better stop laughing. Y'all better stop enjoying the shit that he be doing over here. And dissing these fighters and disrespecting these fighters, because lo que él está diciendo is actually disrespecting. See, lo que ese merece is a smack in the face that will reconstruct his whole face. Yo te voy a decir ahora. I'm going to tell you how dangerous and how it is. Because a guy like Rick has the power of the pen to vote on Hall of Fames. Now think about it. He's so emotional. I'm gonna put it like this: that guy won't even vote nobody on PBC. If Canelo Alvarez if Canelo Alvarez was built on PBC, a guy like Rick Glazier wouldn't even put him on. He wouldn't even vote for him in the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of media folks that take shit personal, that they hate a fighter, and they won't even vote them in as pound for pound lists when they do panelists. And those same people, and I told you to take these pound for pound lists. I told you to take these pound for pound lists serious. Some people be like, oh, that's just full of opinions. Mira, mi gente, no, it's just full of opinions. Certain pound for pound lists are from writers that vote people into the Hall of Fame. And if they have this animosity with their promotional company or this particular fighter and stuff like that, they don't vote for them to the Hall of Fame. This boxing community is so grimy, but it's even so grimy with the people that y'all feel like y'all respect. They tell me, hey, yo, Punch, how you know? Who's your source? Y'all don't say that shit to Dan Raphael. Y'all don't say that shit to Dan Mike Compinger. Y'all don't say that shit to Stephen A. Smith. But I'm just Punch on boxing. Yeah, y'all see my work. Y'all see who I know. Y'all know who fucks with me. Right of the storm. Dímelo, mi gente. Salute, Punch. I'm trying to go with my wife to Vegas for the fight, but we need to find a babysitter. Hey, you got enough time, though. You got enough time. You got enough time to find that babysitter. I know it's gonna be tough because it's Thanksgiving weekend, but I know little cousin, little Jojo, little Nook, little Peaches and stuff like that. Ryder Storm's gonna take care of it. Gonna take care of the little one. Invite them for Thanksgiving and tell them, hey yo, we out. Hey yo, we going out for the weekend. Can y'all stay over for the house? Have Thanksgiving on that Thursday and then fly out. How Gotti got into the Hall of Fame, but Diego Corrales and Mildred Taylor didn't. This guy, Rick Glazier, was dissing Bubu Andrade and David Benavidez fight. But then, look what he says about the Michael Conlon. ¿Qué ha hecho Michael Conlon in boxing? Dime. ¿Qué ha hecho Michael Conlon? But you know what he said about Michael Conlon? He said about Michael Conlon, like, oh, hopefully he gets another crack or gets another chance and stuff like that. Cuando es los gringuitos, ese sí habla bien. Ricky Glazier. Oh, no. I never wanted to bring race into it. But yeah, it's a pattern. See, when it's two white fighters, Rick Glazier never say nothing. When it's two white fighters, oh, never. Oh, he trashes the Latinos and black fighters. He give them homosexual names. Y ustedes le respetan a ese tigre. Y'all respect that guy. He don't respect black and Latino fighters. Rick Glazier could give a fuck about Latinos and black fighters. He would never say nothing wrong about a pale-skinned fighter. Never. Ese tipo es racista. But because it caters to whatever argument you may have for a particular fighter or a particular promotional company, ya give him a pass. Ustedes se ríen con ese viejo. Ese tipo no lo respetan a los latinos y los negros. Mira, ese habla bien de que Michael Conley. ¿Qué ha hecho ese gringuito? Dime, ¿qué ha hecho ese tigre? Oh, a pay-per-view should not be headlined by Demetrius Andrade. What about Demetrius Andrade whoop David Benavidez' ass? So you think that Cinco de Mayo shouldn't be headlined by Demetrius Andrade and Canelo Alvarez? It's eating guys like him alive because Al Heyman is winning. Oh, Showtime it. That doesn't mean PBC is going anywhere. Okay, let's say PBC don't work with Showtime. That doesn't mean, hey, remember, Canelo Alvarez is signed with PBC. He's not signed with Showtime. Oh, you think that PBC is out? Y'all think? Oh, wait. Let me get this straight. Y'all thought that PBC, Al Heyman, was running out of business? Usted tan loco. Usted está fumando crack de Pookie in New Jack City. Fumando crack de Samuel Jackson in Jungle Fever. Keep on praying. If you keep on dissing PBC, you're dissing Canelo. If you want PBC to drown, you want Canelo to drown. And you want the epic fight. Time out. What was the fight that everybody was talking about? Bud and Canelo. Don't y'all want to see that fight? Who's going to put it together? Y'all want to watch Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez? Who's going to put it together? Dime mi gente, y'all so focused on PBC going down and drowning and sinking like the Titanic. Dime, who's going to put that fight up? Al Hamon, the Messiah of 2023 boxing. Huh? Bud Crawford can't get no paper without PBC. Canelo Alvarez is making paper with PBC. Manny Pacquiao left and made paper with PBC. The Cash Cows is making paper with PBC. Tank Davis making paper with PBC. And no matter how you like his resume or not, he's still the man to be at lightweight division. Reglaze your wife. ¿Y qué importa eso? Eso es pussy. Pussy don't got no colors for men. Frank Fanatic, Rick Glazer's wife is black. And did you know that white slave owners was raping black women? They wasn't racist? Fanatic? Rick Glazer? Frank Fanatic? Let me ask y'all. It's just, that's what you're trying to say is legitimate. Or no. Ese tipo no es racista porque él le da para abajo a su jeva que es negra. The white slave owners rape black women? Yes or no? Now I'm reaching, homie. That's history. I'm not reaching. I'm reaching. You want me to reach for history? Di que I'm reaching. Mírate, tigre. Di que I'm reaching. Gabriel Sanchez, you can't be with a black woman and still be racist. Facts. High low, dímelo con los 2 pesos de plátano. Bro, you sound like an angry African American, but you Dominican, aren't you? Y este tigre. Where y'all coming with that? Bro, you sound like an angry African American, but you Dominican, aren't you? ¿Y eso? ¿Qué es eso? Dime, mi gente, ¿qué este tigre está diciendo? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? Because I'm preserving a great fight in the sport of boxing, and I'm going at people that's talking down on a great fight in the 168-pound. If Canelo Alvarez is not fighting right now in the super middleweight division, David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade is the best fight in the super middleweight division right now. What the fuck is y'all talking about? I get it. You see, and this is what I mean. These people are accustomed of narrative talking points, toxic. But when somebody is standing up for boxing, when somebody is standing up for a good fight, when somebody is standing up for fighters, when I'm standing up for and preserving my sport, I have the problem. Dímelo, mi gente. I have the problem. De que I'm angry. Mira, yo estoy feliz, mi hermano. Yo estoy feliz. Because in 2023, boxing, I'm a fan. I'm winning. I'm happy with David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. I was happy to see Canelo Alvarez come back to the sport of boxing and give me 2 fights in the same year. I'm happy that Amanda Serrano became undisputed champion of the world. I'm happy to see Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron. I'm happy to see Demetrius Andrade, in which most of the boxing world said, oh man, when is he gonna fight somebody? Y todavía ustedes no están feliz. Yo estoy feliz, mi hermano. I am happy that Teofimo Lopez became a 140-pound lineal champion and beating Josh Taylor and proved most of y'all people that call him mentally ill. He proved y'all wrong. Yo estoy feliz, mi hermano. Yo estoy feliz. David Haney stepped up and fought Lomachenko, in which was a good fight. Fucking, it was controversial. But anyway, it was still a good fight between 2 guys. Yo estoy feliz, mi hermano, mi hermana. We got finally Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence. Yo estoy feliz, mi hermano. And who put most of these fights together? Yo estoy feliz. We got Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. That fight was more of a win for the boxing world, not necessarily for their legacy, for the boxing world. You know why? Because it captivated the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans, and which bring the eyeballs to my sport. Because most of the people, or not most of the people, a lot of people saying that my sport is dying. My sport is dying. And that fight let everybody know that our sport is not dying. I am here to preserve our sport, pero ustedes le gustan hablando mierda. Eso es lo que ustedes le gustan. Ustedes no le gustan al boxeo. He said, imagine being excited. He's fucking boring. You know who's fucking boring? Espera, yo te voy a decir ahora, espera. Como Canelo Álvarez le dijo a Mr. Andrade, get the fuck out of here, man. Vete de aquí, bajo boca. Hediondo, báñate, mi hermano. Ven, ¿quién más se quiere ir de aquí? No, I want real boxing fan. Que se vaya para la mierda. Dime quién es boring otra vez. Y fuera. Y fuera de aquí, maldito pendejo. Sucio viejo. Dime quién es boring ahora. Y fuera. Who's gonna hate this fight? Se van de aquí ahora. Dime, man, who's gonna hate this fight? Se van a portar bien. Teacher right here, Poche Dronky. Dime, Who's going to hate on this fight? Que se van de aquí, I'm going to block your ass. Ahora me mito. Dime. What is your point? That you better support this fight. And you should be happy about this fight. And you should be happy about the people that put on this fight. And you should be happy with the promotional company and the network that put on this fight. Because it's a great fight of this era of super middleweights, of two undefeated fighters, David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. Háblame mierda y te vas de aquí, maldito sea. Dime algo. That's my point. And I'm going to smoke anybody that talks shit about this fight. Estúpido. You broke bitch. Pay-per-view. I don't want to pay for the pay-per-view. Larry in the building. What's good, Larry? What's good? Háblame. Who's going to hate this fight? That's a good fight. Can't wait to see the winner. I see. That's the energy that I want. That's the energy that I want. Let's go, 49ers. Let's go. That's the energy that I want. That's the energy that I need. That's the energy that the sport needs, because this is a hardcore boxing fight. Díselo, Mr. Sanchez. Casi mente se veía ahí. I love this fight. Andre's funeral. If Andre lose, then Andre lose, but we win. This is a sport is about competing. Some win, some lose. Rarely draws. Okay, what are we waiting for? We want fights. We're fight fans. I have a fight. I want to see. Vete de aquí, maldito palomo. Still stuck on 2 years in 2 years narrative. Get a life, bro. Get a life. You're still stuck on 2-year narrative. Dos pesos de plátano. High low. Dímelo. Qué low life son la gente. Still stuck on 2-year narrative, bro. Hablando de mi private life. Estamos hablando de boxeo. But how much you want to bet? El bicho mío be crashing on your mom's ass también. Sin insurance. Without insurance. Larry, con los 10 pesos de Super Chari Chari Pariqué a comprar comida china. He said, don't waste your time and lose your voice with it. No, I gotta lose it for a greater cause. I gotta lose it. Yo, Larry, I gotta lose it for a greater cause. I gotta lose it for a greater cause. Porque esta gente son, yo, I'm telling you folks, man. Like when are we gonna get a fight or an event that everybody just be like, I'm just happy to get? When? Right? Real American fan, con los 10 pesos. Like, I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one that sent a super chat today and stuff like that. Y'all already know, Real American fan in the building. As you know, we are extremely excited. We've been on the side when they was not. 2 fights can change a lot for Boo Boo. He have traveled to so many networks, but this true support stood by his side. You already know. You already know. They don't like that. Real American fan. Look at that. Real American fan. Just look at the name. Real American fan. We got 2 really born American fighters going at it. And we still finding something bad to say. If you ask for something, that means it's worth something, right? Right, Real American fan? If you ask for something or you asking for a service, then that service or that shit that you asking for is worth it. So there's a price to it. If people kept asking, Demetrius Andrade, when you going to fight somebody? 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 I'm going to fight somebody. As a matter of fact, I'm fighting the most threatening, arguably the most threatening guy in 168. Young, hungry, lion, undefeated, and a guy that people, even the pugilists of the game, be saying that that's the guy that's going to beat Canelo Alvarez. As a matter of fact, Canelo Alvarez didn't fight it. I'm going to fight him. Y todavía people are unhappy because those people just wanted to stay complaining. They wanted to stay a narrative since that's not their narrative anymore. You know, that's not their narrative. They can't even say, well, David Benavidez didn't fight Zach Parker. Yeah, but he's going to be fighting David Benavidez. Dime ahora. So now the narrative of Demetrius Andrade, they don't have. The narrative of PBC, they don't have, because now they can't diss PBC because there was other narrative pushes that use PBC fighters to shame Canelo Alvarez, but now Canelo Alvarez is the king of PBC. So they can't shit on PBC because shitting on PBC is now shitting on Canelo Alvarez. So now their narrative is falling apart. The debunk army and the narrative pushers, their narrative, they don't even know where to find it. They don't even know where to find it. Like, yo. Good looking out, real American fan, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Leonardo Rodriguez in the building. What's good, man? With a $5 super chat, say, yo, if Boo Boo wins, he has to go hard at Canelo on the mic. Pause. Hey, yo. God damn. Damn, man. Yikes. He got to say, I beat the guy you ran from to build a real grudge super fight. It's already been built. See, because if Demetrius Andrade beats David Benavidez, you're a horrible fighter. Shit. Payday, get the fuck out of here, man. No, I'm here right now. No, get the fuck out of here, man. You come the fuck over here now. Eso es lo que va a decir Demetrius Andrade. It's no payday. No, it's payday for you too. No horrible fighter. No, mi hermano. I ain't no horrible fighter. Get the fuck out of here. No, you come over here. No, get the fuck out of here. You get the fuck over here right now. That's what's going to happen. The tables will be turned. And that infamous press conference will not look good, will not be as funny as it was. Okay, I love that. I love that press conference. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Even me and Demetrius Andrade, we laugh about that shit. Because that shit is funny. Get the fuck out of here, man. Look at that real Leonardo Rodriguez. Yep. He got to go. But you know what? The boxing, the real hardcore boxing people, the real hardcore boxing people, the people that I relate to, the people right here that I relate to, you know what I'm saying, that love boxing, that love great matchups, that, yeah, we could critique and praise, but critique to a minimum. You know what I'm saying? No cojones, Duck Nello doesn't want to eat those words, trust me. Don't worry. You know why? Because if Demetrius Andrade beats David Benavidez, there is no way, no how that people are going to let Canelo not fight Demetrius Andrade. There is no fan base in the world. He cannot go away. Look, this fight right here, the winner fights Canelo. Cinco de Mayo. If David Benavidez knocks out Demetrius Andrade, if he beats Demetrius Andrade, then of course that's still the primary fight that people want to see, because of course that's the favorite to win, right? Even though that I do have the upset. Mill City Boxing in the building. Dímelo, Mill City Boxing in the building. I can't wait for the fight. Mill City say he can't wait for the fight. I can't wait for the fight as well. Who you got, Mill City? Who you got, Mill City Boxing? Talk to us, brother. Who you got? Who you got? Hey, yo, you know there's people complaining about this fight? People complaining already about the price of this fight? Man, I'll pay anything. If the pay-per-view was $100, I'll pay $100. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, baby. Woo-wee! Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade versus David Benavidez, November 25th. Thanksgiving weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Tell your auntie, tell your granny, tell your grandmama, tell your abuela, tell your mama, tell your sister. Get out the damn kitchen, baby, because there's going to be a man that's seasoning and going to be cooking. And Demetrius Andrade going to be seasoning and he's going to be cooking. David Benavidez, he's going to be cooking. David Benavidez roasted, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, it's going to be some good feast on Thanksgiving. Let's go, baby. That's the damn energy I like. That's the energy I want. Get out the hot kitchen, because somebody going to be seasoning and cooking a good meal on Thanksgiving weekend, baby. A mí me gusta el boxeo. I love boxing. I don't know about y'all. I keep that same energy. Yo, you had that same energy that you had with Jamel Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, I love boxing. I'm a fight fan. I want to see a fight. I'm not here trying to keep a fight from happening, especially unrealistic fight from happening. And I ain't talking about no video game fight like Bud and Canelo. That's a video game fight. I don't give a damn about that. I see that shit as an exhibition. I don't see it no different from Tyson Fury versus the UFC fighter. Shadow Ghost in the building. Say, yo, why watch boxing if you complain when good fights are made, but then complain when there's no good fights on to watch? Facts. I don't understand, right, Shadow? Shout out to my brother Shadow Ghost and subscribe to Shadow Ghost Boxing. Yo, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Let's be real. Whether they a fan of Demetrius Andrade or not, right? Wasn't the boxing community shaming Demetrius Andrade? Yo, you pulled out of the Zach Parker fight. No, and they don't give a damn about no Zach Parker. You put out of the Janabek fight. No, and they don't give a damn about no Janabek. Janabek is going to be fighting right now. Who gives a damn about it? Who's making a video of Janabek right now? Because they use that narrative. They use Janabek to shame Demetrius Andrade when they know damn well they don't give a damn about no damn Janabek. They don't give a damn about no Zach Parker. Zach Parker just fought the other day. Did anybody here watch it? Did anybody do it live? Did anybody do a video? Anybody? I thought shit was big. I thought this motherfucker was a great fighter or something like that. That, oh my God. But they never want to say that when Demetrius Andrade stepped up to fight a champion in the middleweight division and Billy Joe Saunders popped dirty. They never want to say that. They never want to say Demetrius Andrade never fought a champion. Yeah, because that champion popped dirty. But they never want to say that. You feel me, Shadow Ghost? They never want to say that. They leave that out because it's the narrative. It kills their narrative. It doesn't cater to their narrative. High low, dímelo con los 2 pesos de plátano, Mr. Moonshine, the keep of objectivity in the sport of boxing. Dímelo, high low de lo mío. Appreciate you, my brother. Because I told y'all folks, most of the shit that y'all see and hear, whether y'all see it in tweets or whether y'all see it in boxing content created, is all narrative based. It's all to create an emotions. It's all to cater to a particular argument. Because I'm going to tell you like this, there is some boxing content creators that are very, very smart. They know who to target. You think some of these boxing content creators actually love what they're doing? No. But the thing is, they know there's gullible people that's going to buy it. There's gullible people. You didn't see that time. You didn't see that time when Southpaw came to the channel, and I'm like, yo, I know your hustle, and he's like, yeah, I could be talking shit about Canelo Alvarez, and I got all the Canelo Alvarez fans looking at my channel. Why stop? He's like, yo, the Canelo Alvarez fans are making me rich. He said it here on my channel, and I'm like, yo, guys, listen. And he was saying in the chat, you know what you're talking about, Punch? Y usted lo dejan. Pues ese, sí, hey, yo, keep on hustling, keep on doing your thing. He said that Canelo Alvarez fans is making me rich. Y'all don't know the hustle. Ustedes están ahí como pendejos. This is a great fight, man. How come, and even when y'all do spin narratives, when somebody actually debunked the narratives, how about y'all humble yourselves? If Canelo Alvarez said in the interview, why these guys don't fight each other, guess what David Benavidez is doing? Fighting other fights. All right, okay, Canelo, I'm going to fight Caleb Plant. Remember what Canelo Alvarez said about David Benavidez when they asked him about the fight. He only fought Anthony Durrell. I'm gonna fight Caleb Plant. I'm gonna fight Demetrius Andrade. Now, Demetrius Andrade is a guy that's arguably a fighter that they've been talking about that's been linked to Canelo Alvarez ever since the 154. Arguably is a fighter that his team have avoided. Whether people like it or not, it is what it is. Demetrius Andrade was in position for an undisputed bout with Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez was in position to fight for a world title in 154. Yeah, but Canelo Alvarez chose to fight Kirkland. Those are the facts. But Canelo Alvarez did great things in the sport of boxing because when he didn't fight Demetrius Andrade, he still went up the division to 175 and there to be great and fought Sergey Kovalev and became a 3-division world champion. So he traded legacy for legacy. And at the end of the day, you can't really critique that move because Canelo Alvarez still dared to be great. And that's why, even if you follow me from the beginning, I said you can't really critique Canelo Alvarez. I wanted that fight. I've been wanting that fight for a long time. I've been wanting the Demetrius Andrade and Canelo Alvarez fight since 154. But also, Canelo Alvarez has done great things that you can't really shame him because, all right, he didn't fight this fight, but he fought this fight. That could be, at the time, equally as dangerous or even more dangerous. It's arguably, what was more of a dangerous fight? Demetrius Andrade at 160 or Sergey Kovalev at 175. You can't shame Canelo Alvarez with that one, right? And that's what I mean about breaking it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. I wanted to see the undisputed because in the middleweight division, historically, is one of the most lucrative division in the history of the sport of boxing. We haven't seen an undisputed, I believe, since Jermaine Taylor. So I wanted to see Canelo Alvarez and I wanted to see Demetrius Andrade, two fighters that I'm highly a fan of. I win as a fan. I wanted to see that undisputed. I really wanted to see what Canelo Alvarez could do with a skill set like Demetrius Andrade. And I wanted Demetrius Andrade to get a shot and become an undisputed versus a Canelo Alvarez. Oh my God. I love the fight. I'm a fight fan. I'm a fan of both of these fighters, right? He didn't get the fight. Okay. Canelo Alvarez has the power to garner any fight that he wants. He could call out a name and he gets the fight because he's Canelo. Not every fighter has that same power. But you know what we did see? We did see Demetrius Andrade going up to Jamal Charlo asking for a fight. Not on Twitter, face to face. I did see Demetrius Andrade going inside the ring after the Steve Rose fight and Triple G and get on Triple G's face and ask him for the fight. I did see Triple G say to Demetrius Andrade, "I will give you the fight." And then I did see on the on a post-fight press conference him saying that he won't take the fight. But nobody called Triple G a duck. Ain't nobody shamed Triple G for not unifying the titles with Demetrius Andrade. I did see Demetrius Andrade going up in the infamous post-fight press conference to Canelo Alvarez. So I seen a guy that is telling me as a fight fan that he wants this fight. He's not clout chasing. He's going up. He's going to these events, not trying to be a fan, but calling for the fight. But since Demetrius Andrade doesn't got this overwhelming fan base, they can't create a narrative. They can't debunk a narrative. And all you hear is, well, Demetrius Andrade business wasn't good. Demetrius Andrade business wasn't good. Time out. When he went to the middleweight, when he's in the middleweight division, he signed with Eddie Hearn, the Zone. Wasn't everybody was with the Zone? Wasn't Daniel Jacobs, Triple G, Canelo Alvarez on the Zone? Did he make the right business move, or the business just didn't do right by him? That he made a good business move, or the business just didn't do right by him? Where else could Demetrius Andrade go in 160? He was in the right place. He was in the right place, the right network with the fighters there. Right? Aren't we the same community that was asking Bud Crawford to leave Top Rank to go to PBC so he could get the welterweights? Isn't it the same thing? Oh, Demetrius Andrade, do you want the 160? Do you want the Canelos and the Triple G's of the world? How about you go to the Zone and get the fight, right? Isn't that the same thing? No, but when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, y'all like to play this narrative of he ain't do his business right. Maybe why don't y'all say that Eddie Hearn didn't do his business right? Why don't y'all say that even when Demetrius Andrade called out Canelo Alvarez in front of the whole world, that his promoter, remember who was his promoter? Eddie Hearn was the promoter of Demetrius Andrade, not the promoter of Canelo Alvarez. They were just doing a partnership on the show. But his promoter should have stand up, get the mic, and be like, "Yes, Canelo, when are you going to fight my fighter, Demetrius Andrade?" Did Eddie Hearn do that? Because you know damn well, if Don King was Demetrius Andrade promoter and he was sitting next to Canelo Alvarez and his fighter is calling him out, this is the fight of America. You got Demetrius Andrade, the 2-division world champion, the Olympian, USA versus Mexico, Canelo Alvarez. If it was Don King, man, he would have cooked that promotion. He would have cooked it up. Was he at the right place at the right time? He was at the right place. He did good business. As a matter of fact, Demetrius Andrade got rich off people ducking him. That's how good Demetrius Andrade is. That Demetrius Andrade, when you say he hasn't fought nobody, has become a millionaire by being ducked. No. Demetrius Andrade is well off. Demetrius Andrade was getting $3 million a pop. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade became a wealthy man by being avoided. That's like almost like saying, here, step aside money, here, step aside money, here, step aside money, here, step aside money. That's basically what it is. If you're really thinking about it, here, fight. No, I don't want to fight you, but here's this. Now we don't want to fight you, but here it is. We don't want to fight you, but here it is. Even the zone people was telling Triple G to fight Demetrius Andrade, and Triple G said no. He got rich off being ducked. But because Demetrius Andrade don't play this social media shit, he's just an old school dude. He wants to fight, he's going to go to your face. But instead of giving Demetrius Andrade the benefit of the doubt, you gave these other suckers the benefit of the doubt. You guys was enabling the duck. Why you think I made videos about Triple G flying under the radar? Triple G has gotten a pass. And not only gotten a pass for not unifying versus the likes of Demetrius Andrade that went to your face and was in the right place at the right time. And remember, they closed down Japan, and Triple G said, I'm going to wait for Murata because I promised him. Fuck you! You promised Demetrius Andrade when he stepped up to you in the post-fight interview, in which you begged the zone to take the video off the app. Go check it out. But nobody held Triple G accountable. Triple G flew under the radar. He flew under the radar. While even Canelo Alvarez was getting shamed. Canelo Alvarez had to fight Charlo. Canelo Alvarez had to fight Benavidez. Canelo Alvarez had to fight Demetrius Andrade. Canelo Alvarez had to go fight 175. To this day, Canelo Alvarez has to fight a welterweight in Bud Crawford. Yeah, if we're talking about the two middleweights that's Hall of Famers is Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. Am I right or wrong? The two great middleweights of this era is Triple G and Canelo Alvarez. When the hell does anybody put pressure on Triple G? Tell me. Tell me in this community, what media, what independent media, what channels ever put pressure on Triple G? Because damn, Canelo Alvarez is getting smoked out here and getting shamed by each and every fighter from 175 to 168, from 160 to 154 to 147 right now. And Triple G, I see, está bien, with no pressure, but yeah, he's as great as Canelo. You know who's been waiting for the Canelo Alvarez payday for their whole career? Has been Triple G. But y'all was shaming the Charlos, David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade. But Triple G, ese pelagato, been waiting on Canelo Alvarez, and he got it with nobody pulling his card. But Punch Drunk Boxing. You let that dude fly on the radar when Canelo Alvarez was getting every criticism and he needed to put every pressure on Canelo Alvarez to fight all these guys. And y'all let fucking Triple G fly under the radar with no responsibility, staying in the same damn division his whole career, fighting who? He's the most overrated great fighter in the history of the sport of boxing. And to this day, y'all still give him a pass. Because when you have a Janibek from Kazakhstan saying, I am the Kazakhstan style, I am the man, you don't even have the balls to say, okay, Janibek, how about you fight Triple G then? How about you fight Triple G then? But you know, see, y'all don't keep it consistent. Because when Janibek and Triple G says that it's tradition for them not to fight Kazakhstan fighters, is okay. As soon as Canelo Alvarez says, I don't want to fight Mexican fighters, he gets smoked. Did Triple G get smoked? Does Janibek get smoked? I mean, Andre got smoked for Janibek, but y'all don't even want to smoke Janibek. You know why, folks? Do you know why? Because Janibek and Triple G is not a lucrative narrative. To shame Janibek is not lucrative because who give a damn about Janibek? Nobody. Only give a damn about Janibek because to create a narrative around Demetrius Andrade to hate and shame Demetrius Andrade. Knowing that y'all don't give a damn about no Janibek. Y'all don't give a damn about Triple G either. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of this thing that y'all hear around is nothing to do with boxing. It's all about creating traffic. It's about targeting an audience. And there's a lucrative audience of hate. The American boxing community is all toxic. If you speak positive, you're not going to get the traffic. If you shit, you're going to create the traffic. You got to pick a corner. It's like going to the penitentiary in the cafeteria. You got to pick a corner. The neutral guy is probably the most vulnerable guys of them all. I'm gonna say it again. The neutral one is the most vulnerable ones of them all, but yet got the biggest balls because he doesn't need anybody. He don't need a team. I don't need a team. I never was in no damn group channels and stuff like that to build me up. Punch Drunk Boxing never had no damn cosigner. I ain't had no clique. I don't need to create narratives to pop off. Just strictly passion for boxing. Got this channel popping off. Strictly channel love for boxing and breaking it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Got the respect of world-class fighters. And where people be like, yo, Punch, oh, you a fanboy. You a fanboy of this one. You a fanboy of this one. No. You haven't realized that these fighters and these trainers and these coaches just have respect for Punch Drunk Boxing. I never noticed that. Exactly. This sport has changed my life and many others. Facts. Boxing translates to life itself. Boxing is so beautiful that you can look at a fight, man, and you can look at your life, bro. That's how beautiful boxing is, because we all live in a 12-round bout. Sometimes we're doing good. Sometimes we need to make adjustments, right? We need to make adjustments like we have to do in life. Sometimes we need to take a knee, pause to regroup. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo it was smart for Jermell Charlo to take that knee. Some people just go all out, don't have their faculties. So when they hurt, sometimes life you're doing so good, and sometimes you get knocked out, like Lee Woods and Josh Warrington. Man, he was on the roll. That's how life is sometimes too. Sometimes you think you're in a row. I know dudes, bro. I know people that was making good money the dirty way, and they was on a good run, and then they got booked. Sometimes motherfuckers come out, they trying to get to that same run they had before, and they just can't get it, and they get bagged again, and they get booked again. Boxing was always the number one sport because it related to the common man. That's why they say that boxing is a poor man's sport. Boxing relates to the common man. We have some type of how you say it, like a connection with a fight or with a fighter. We used to be so into the story of a fighter back in the days. That's why Burt Sugar was one of the best. Boxing is the most documented sport historically. We could see a fight from Sandy Sandler and Willie Pep. We could still have the same emotion watching a fight like the first round of Hearns and Hagler, in which a lot of people say is the best first round in the history of the sport of boxing. We could still see a fight in the 70s or 80s and still have that same emotions like we never watched it. We could see replays of Mike Tyson and still feel joyful about it. We could still see highlights of Roy Jones Jr. We could still see Roberto Duran shocking the world and being on Sugar Ray Leonard, and then seeing the rematch and stuff and saying the no mas. But even with that the no mas, to this day, we don't even call Roberto Duran a quitter, because the body of work showed us that he was really not a quitter. Boxing is a beautiful sport. Boxing is life to me, bro. So I like to smoke anybody that tries to kill my sport. And that's what I'm watching. The people that try to kill my sport, you love them. And then you want to call yourself a boxing fan. You like guys like Rick Glazier that just talk shit about fighters, downplay everything that's good about our sport, devalue it, and then wants to call himself that he's an insider, that he's some type of powerful voice in boxing, and y'all enable that shit. Y'all don't love boxing. Y'all don't respect these guys that blood, sweat, and tears. Y'all don't respect these fighters, these modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. Some of them win, some of them lose. But none of y'all over here got the balls to step inside that ring, not even to hit a damn heavy bag. I'm gonna tell you like this: some of y'all heavy bag will knock you out for hit a bag for 6 straight minutes, and the bag will knock you out. You will be winded like if the heavy bag ain't even touch your ass. You don't even have the heart to go 6 minutes straight on a heavy bag. You'll be like if you got in a fight. Oh my God, my knuckles is peeling. This fight, dude. Mill City said this fight should do good numbers for the true boxing fans. It's gonna do good numbers. And if it don't do good numbers, Mill City Boxing, that's because the hardcore boxing fans themselves stole it. You feel me? Everybody, listen up. And I said this before, and I keep on saying that fight after fight after fight that you hear your favorite boxing content creator or your favorite Twitter boxing account keeps on talking shit about a fight. They're gonna go live. They're gonna keep on making videos about Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez. Yet they have the audacity to capitalize off these guys that actually put their life on the line, blood, sweat, and tears. They want to make money off their backs because every time you create a content, you get ad revenues, whether it's pennies, whether you go live and somebody sends your super chats or send you a cash app or send you a super thanks, you capitalize off the backs of these fighters. So who are you to say that this fight should not be on pay-per-view if you have the right to capitalize off their backs? So you can make money, but they can't. And they're the one that's risking their lives, and we're just the ones that's talking shit. You think that I'm going to go live right now? And shout out to the people that send the super chat. And I want to thank Kev, and I want to Cobra, Right of the Storm, High Low, Demon Low, Larry, Real American Fan, Leonardo Rodriguez, Shadow Ghost. So these, so just to call out these to share light on these human beings that supported the channel financially, right? And I'm talking about Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez, but then I'm going to have the heart to say, oh, y'all shouldn't buy the pay-per-view. I just made money talking about these guys is about to fight, but you think I have the heart to say, don't put it on pay-per-view. Don't charge me. Why? If I'm valuable enough for people to support my channel, they're valuable enough for me to support their fight. But over here in the YTBC, just greedy sons of bitches. Look, I said this. Regis Progress, I said if Teofimo Lopez fights December 9th, because he was going to fight December 9th, right? If he fights December 9th, and we already know that Devin Haney going to be fighting Regis Progress on that day, I said, damn, it might not be a good pay-per-view. It might not be smart. That doesn't necessarily say that I'm not going to buy the pay-per-view. I'm going to buy Devin Haney's pay-per-view versus Regis Progress. I buy every damn pay-per-view. Even when there's fights that there's only one fight that I said, I am not going to support and pay the pay-per-view, but I also said in that live, go buy the pay-per-view. I said because I did not like the way they did Rolly with the sexual allegation, and they pulled them out from that fight because they treated him like he was guilty. And I said I couldn't support that because they're taking food off his table, and I couldn't support that. That's the only fight I said I wouldn't pay the pay-per-view, but it had nothing to do with boxing. It had something to do with the system, that somebody could create some allegations and pull you out of your biggest fight. And I felt like Showtime should have never pulled them out of that fight. And they should have stayed supporting Rolly, because them allegations was bogus, and it went away. And these sluts never was held accountable. But every other fight, every pay-per-view, I pay for the damn pay-per-view. I even fell asleep with Gervonta Tan Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. That same day, I remember it was Jason Maloney versus Naoya Inoue. I saw that fight. It was clashing. That fight was clashing. I paid for the pay-per-view and I was watching Naoya Inoue and Jason Maloney. This is a fight. This is an interesting fight, an important fight, because the winner of this fight is the next opponent for Canelo Alvarez. Some people, you pay for the fight. Some people pay for the anticipation of it. That's the way big fights are built. You pay for Manny Pacquiao to see, but you're thinking about Floyd Mayweather. You watch Floyd Mayweather and you pay the Floyd Mayweather fight because you're thinking about Manny Pacquiao. I have to see how Manny Pacquiao perform versus this because my mind is a potential fight with Floyd Mayweather. And that's boxing. That's the strategic of boxing. You're calling out for David Benavidez to fight Canelo Alvarez, but you're not gonna watch Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez. How would you know? How would you analyze a fight? How would you know if he's really ready for Canelo Alvarez? Vice versa. These are the best opponents for Canelo Alvarez, and they clashing. And now we already know that Canelo Alvarez is waiting for an opponent for Cinco de Mayo. And many want it to be David Benavidez. But David Benavidez has to go up against this other fighter that was arguably avoided by Canelo Alvarez and his team, whether you like it or not. It was his team, it was Golden Boy Promotions, or whatever y'all want to call it. It was still avoided. These guys been linked to Canelo Alvarez. Another reason why you should pay and watch this fight is because mostly I ask for these guys to fight one another, to stop begging for the Canelo Alvarez sweepstakes. The winner actually earns it. For those who feel like that they didn't earn a Canelo Alvarez fight. Does the winner earn the Canelo Alvarez fight? Does the winner have the respect of calling for the fight, and you fans stand behind his word and hold Canelo Alvarez accountable to fight the winner at the Cinco de Mayo? This is why this fight is important. Y'all want to see the best fight? We've seen Canelo Alvarez. He's the undisputed in the super middleweight division. But we all know we want him to, if he's still holding the strap, he still got responsibilities. Canelo Alvarez doesn't need to prove to us nothing. Canelo Alvarez has done it all. Canelo Alvarez could retire right now and become a first ballot Hall of Famer. Canelo Alvarez has voided the frustration for the boxing fans. Canelo Alvarez, as a fan, don't have to do nothing for me. Everything that Canelo Alvarez does is like the cherry on top. That's just me. The resume speak for itself. The gate speak for itself. His fighting skills speak for itself. At the age that he's done it, speak for itself. Canelo Alvarez has done it all. I love Canelo Alvarez. I love what he's done to the sport of boxing. And I love that I'm living in a generation in where he is the spearhead of boxing. And if you're a real hardcore boxing fan, you will be grateful that we have a Canelo Alvarez at a time where boxing could go either one way, dead or alive. And Canelo Alvarez has kept boxing alive. And not only that Canelo Alvarez has kept boxing alive, the die-hard Canelo Alvarez fan base has kept boxing alive, especially here in America. Okay, so you imagine if Canelo Alvarez would have retired 2 years ago, if Canelo Alvarez would have retired during the pandemic. Can you imagine? But if Canelo Alvarez is going to be still going to be active, still going to be champion, still going to be holding the belt, that he got some responsibilities, right? The responsibility to Canelo Alvarez in the super middleweight division is to fight the winner of David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. And when David Benavidez beat Demetrius Andrade and fight Canelo Alvarez, you will know that he earned it. He fought who he needed to fight in the super middleweight division. It wouldn't be I'm giving him an opportunity. Is that David Benavidez earned the opportunity? If Demetrius Andrade beats David Benavidez, it's not that he's giving Demetrius Andrade an opportunity. It's because you know and I know he earned. He's the front runner. He is the primary fight. The winner of this fight is the primary fight to fight the king. It's not that Canelo Alvarez is giving a fight. It's not that Canelo Alvarez is giving a fight to Jermell Charlo. It's not that Canelo Alvarez is giving a fight to Bud Crawford. These guys that really did it wasn't there in that super middleweight division to go up there and fight for a undisputed world title. The winner earns it. Now, I'll send the link. ¿Quién quiere hablar de boxeo, mi gente? Dime. ¿Quién quiere hablar de boxeo? Espera. Before I leave. Send the link. A ver quién quiere hablar de boxeo. Let me know when I'm wrong. Let me know to the people that don't like this fight. Let me see the poll first. 3% said not wasting my weekend. Now you know that they're not real boxing fans. Very exciting, can't wait, 71%. It's okay, not that big of a fight, 11%. Big enough to see winner versus Canelo, 16%. So very excited about this fight. Regardless if they're gonna fight Canelo Alvarez next, people want to see this fight. 71%, 194 people voted. Get your votes in. Smash the like button, y'all. Hold on, let me put this. Y'all want to keep, if y'all want to support the channel, y'all already know. You want to keep on supporting the channel. If you like that energy, La ofrenda está ahí mimito, la ofrenda de Pote Dronky. No one cares about the 3%. They're not real boxing fans. You know, they're just trolls or whatever. Joe Flores in the building. What's good, Joe Flores? What's good? Coda really do be the energy sometimes. Shout out to Coda. Where Coda at? Yeah. Shout out to Coda. Low Nose Boxing in the building. What's good, Low Nose Boxing?
What's up, man? I'm trying to hook up my audio. Give me 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second.
Tiene que 1 second. Que tú tienes que estar preparado para estar para Pote Dronky, ¿oíste? Tienes que estar preparado, ¿oíste?
I know right now.
Okay, you know.
En unos segundos, brother. Trying to get my Bluetooth right, man.
Low Nose Boxing. Shout out to Low Nose Boxing. Subscribe to Low Nose Boxing. I want to hear who got a problem with this fight. I want to hear who got this problem with this fight. Demon or Low Nose Boxing. You have a problem with this fight? Eh?
Hell no. Ponte Donkey, La Boca Sucio de Boxeo was good. The pastor, the comedian, everything, bro, was good, man. Everything good.
I just don't make sure si tú tienes problema.
Nah, absolutely not.
You're going to pay for pay-per-view? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Yeah,
okay,
let me tell you something.
All right. Okay, baby. All right.
This is about quality. This is about quality, not quantity. Maybe a lot like my average friends that are not really like my casual friends, they don't know about Demetrius Andrade. They starting to know about Benavidez because they hear the buzz. But what I tell my boys about this fight, this is a good fucking fight. I tell them Demetrius Andrade is a guy that's been avoided for a long time. So this is a very, very good fight. This is a fight that the winner of this fight can get Canelo Alvarez. And you know that even though I'm okay with Bud versus Canelo, if Canelo retires after fighting the winner of Andrade and Benavidez, I'm okay with that. His legacy is complete. Because what they're going to do next? They're going to shame him with Clarissa Shields? The GWO? Come on. Canelo Alvarez, all the narratives they said about him was that first they say he don't fight black fighters, right? He beat Charlo, and now they downgrading that win, right? He beat Charlo. For me, you beat one, you beat them both, right?
Mhm.
He fighting everybody, bro. He fought Triple G. People say he was ducking Triple G.
Yeah.
He fought Miguel Cotto when Miguel Cotto was a resurgent Miguel Cotto, even though Cotto had took some losses, but this is Cotto with momentum.
Mhm.
You know, he fought the best fighters at the end of the day. He didn't always dominate everybody, but he fought everybody. He beat most of the guys he fought. The only other fight besides this and besides possibly a Bud fight, I would say that would further cement his legacy further would be to get back with Bivol.
Yeah, yeah, I like that fight too. I always supported for Canelo Alvarez to get his get back. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't even want the Triple G trilogy. I wanted to get back. I wanted to say this also, that it's not even just looking at the winner as well. Like, even if the loser lose respectfully, right? Whether it's Demetrius Andrade or whether it's David Benavidez, the co-main is Jamar Charlo and Jose Benavidez Jr. If Jamar Charlo beats Jose Benavidez Jr., right? And let's say the winner gets Canelo, but the loser, we still got, think about it. Let's say David Benavidez lose, we still get Jamar Charlo and David Benavidez, in which is still a good fight.
Yeah.
And if the Andre lose, then we still get the Andre and Jamar Charlo. So it's like people, people like to ask for things and then they have it in their face. Like, this could be a tournament, an unwritten tournament. You take out Jose Benavidez because you know the brothers ain't gonna fight one another. But Kalen Plant wants to get another fight. Now, this is what I know. Kalen Plant wants to get another fight, and then he's up for a fight with Jamar Charlo, Demetrius Andre, and if he wants a rematch and stuff like that, I don't think he's gonna get a rematch with David Benavidez or Canelo Alvarez, but he's also open after he goes through his tune-up to one of these fights. Now, a Jamar Charlo and a Kalen Plant is still a good fight. Like,
I'm
it's
okay with
like
that.
it's like, yo, this is still good. It's
It's a little
still,
tournament, bro. It turned
yeah.
into a little tournament, and a lot of times it's how you win and how you lose and everything. But these are proven fighters at the end of the day. If and I'm being real with you, I'm picking Charlo to brutally knock out Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Even though Benavidez went 12 and Danny, Benavidez was knocked out by a smaller fighter than Bud Crawford. And Charlo's a naturally bigger guy. He's a proven puncher. If Charlo comes in there sharp, I got Charlo knocked, maybe 7 rounds. And if Charlo scores a brutal knockout,
The boxing
don't
guy
be
le dijo a Lonos Bucks que se calle la maldita boca.
man, tell him to his face, man. Stop
Lonos
stop
Bucks,
hiding
¿tú
in the
todavía
chat.
estás ahí?
Seguro que sí. Seguro. You hear me?
I hear you now.
All right, yeah, yeah. You hear me now? Yeah,
Yeah, like the Verizon commercial. But
yeah.
what I was gonna say also, this is that, again, I have a problem. This is what I have a problem now. I have a problem with quote unquote hardcore boxing fans, independent media, to YouTube channels, Twitter account holders. They're shrinking the sport. Because if you put your eggs on one basket, right? For example, I'm sorry, Earl Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford. And leading up to the fight, I always be like, nah, Keith Thurman is in the mix as well. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Ennis, Virgil Ortiz in the mix as well, and stuff like that. No, they ain't ready for it. What Thurman has done? No, you shrinking on sport because now you put your egg on one basket in which you thought that Spence and Crawford was the fight of the fights, the best fight. And then what you thought that was supposed to be a competitive fight was the least competitive fight that you ever seen, probably in your life. In that magnitude of a fight. So don't put your eggs on one basket, because then you're gonna be looking around like a chicken without a head. Like, what happened? All right, Bud Crawford, Canelo, okay, no. You don't know what's gonna happen with David Benavidez and Demetrius Andre. Yeah, he's gonna be the massive favorite, but nobody knows what's gonna happen. If Demetrius Andre comes with the upset, what you gonna say?
It's not a big upset to me.
It's not a big upset, but I know in the books it's gonna be. But for me, no. I got Andre with
popularity. Like I said, popularity, bro. I've seen this movie before. When Chavez fought Frankie Randall. Frankie Randall was a highly avoided fighter for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And when he fought Chavez, he beat him. The first one to officially beat Chavez. If Demetrius Andre were to win this fight, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't gamble because for me, gambling is not a sport. Because if I lose, I'm a sore loser. I'm gonna be upset. But I
Yeah,
give people advice. I give people advice, and for the most part, not to toot my own horn. 98% of the times, I'm right. And I would tell people, put some money on Andre because you're gonna win. He's gonna be the underdog. He's a very live dog. I think Andre has more stamina than Plant.
hmm
I think Andre has underrated power. He doesn't have many knockouts, but he hurts a lot of guys. He scores a lot of knockdowns. He has a lot of skills, but he's also awkward. You know, I got to see what his chin is like because his chin is definitely going to be tested. This is almost a 50-50 fight. I would say maybe 60-40 towards Benavidez, but this is definitely a competitive fight beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, and people, and to be honest, people need to lay off that crack, off that narrative crack. That, oh man, but Demetrius Andre is 35 years old. Let's not forget that the guy that people are praising right now is Bud Crawford. He's 36 years old. 35 years old is irrelevant when you ain't taking no punishment. Demetrius Andre never took punishment, so his 35 years old is not your normal 35 years old that's on his last leg. Nah, man. That's why Bud Crawford looked the way that he looked. 35 years old, beating Earl True Spence the way that he beat because he ain't take no punishment in his career. There's not really no wear and tear except the wear and tear that happens in the gym, but nothing in the fight. Demetrius Andre is the same way as well. Like, you gonna see a live dog. Hey, yo, I was in the gym with Demetrius Andre. This man is a live dog, bro. Is a live dog. He's hungry. I've been in gyms where I know the fighter's not even hungry. You know what I'm saying? This guy's hungry, bro. He's hungry. He ain't asked for this fight. Let's not forget that the people like, oh, he's stuck in a Parker and Jennebeck, all these guys that really didn't mean nothing. He's going after the monster. He don't need to go after the monster. There is no mandatory going after the monster. He's going after him. If he can't get Canelo, I'm gonna go after the guy that people say that you don't want to fight. All right, you're gonna have to come see me either way.
Well, Punch, as far as his age goes, we're in an era where a fighter that's elite, being 35 years old and washed up, that don't really happen like back in the days. Because back in the days, fighters fought more often. A champion fighter, and not even that, even like in the 90s, early 2000s, champions were fighting 5-6 times a year as a champion. That means more sparring, more wear and tear that wears you down. Because I always wondered to myself, why is it that today's fighters last longer? What could it be? That's what it is. Now, on the flip side, being too inactive is not good. A lot of these PBC fighters are inactive, and they're coming into the ring and they're looking worn out. They're looking rusty. Earl Spence, these guys haven't fought in a while, but these 35 years old today are not like 35-year-olds back in the day. Demetrius Andre, you're right. He didn't take punishment like that in the ring, and yeah, he's a young 35 years old, man. I'm not going with that, him being old.
But
He's not old at all.
But let me correct it before, because that's also the narrative that I don't like. The PBC fighters is inactive. I think boxing is like that throughout. It's everybody. If you look at matchroom fighters, top ranked fighters, I'm not talking about the young ones. I'm talking about everybody else. Gervonta Tank Davis, he's been active. He fought twice already this year. He could have fought another fight. So he's active. You know what I'm saying? He's just as active as Tio. He's just as active as Shakur. You feel
Actually, more active. Because since Gervonta Davis's level of his consistency, his dedication has gotten better. Because at one point, his stigma was he was partying too much, getting in trouble. Now that he's basically carrying PBC, Gervonta Davis is fighting like 3 times a year for the most part. And top rank, I got to disagree with you. Top ranks, elite fighters are more active than PBC's elite fighters as far as the top dogs. And they also got the young guys. PBC,
no, I said not the young guys, because the young guys is always going to be active. The young
the
guys,
elite guys also. The elite guys are pretty much active.
Who's fighting 3 times a year? Who?
I mean, 2 times a year is pretty active compared to what's going on with the PBC guys.
All right.
As far as champions.
So when look at Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford fought 1 time last year, the year before.
Yeah, he's been going through promotional issues. Remember that he was a free agent, and then he was leaving his promotional company and all that. And it was hard for him to find guys that wanted to fight him. So I could see why he was sort of like inactive.
It wasn't hard to fight Bud. Bud wanted to fight. They wanted to fight Bud. I'm saying that is not. That's a narrative. The PBC inactive is also a boxing. And like I told Steven Espinoza when I interviewed him, I said the number one problem in boxing is inactivity, but that comes across. When's the last time we see Virgil Ortiz? How many times we seen Boots Ennis? He's PBC. Virgil Ortiz is Golden Boy. How many times we seen Ryan Garcia this year? We're gonna see him twice, just like we seen the other guys. Because people don't understand that. People don't understand there's certain contracts. Once you become a champion in that contract, you only could fight twice a year. That's the same thing all over that's everybody. That's not a PBC. That's a narrative thing with PBC. Now, if you got young fighter that's coming up like Keyshawn Davis and Kid Austin, these are young guys. They're gonna fight a lot. But once you become a champion, you fighting twice a year.
Yeah, you fighting twice a year because the level of fighters that you're facing is on a higher level, and also your pay is going to be higher as well. You know, everybody wants $1 million now, so you can't expect a fighter to fight 3-4 times a year expecting that type of money.
David Benavidez, think about it.
He's having a good year. Let me tell you something. David Benavidez is a runner-up for fighter of the year if he wins. I wouldn't say he'll be fighter of the year, but if he wins, he's definitely a runner-up, man. That's two solid guys he fought this year. Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade. Definitely. David Benavidez is making a great year for himself. He's becoming a pay-per-view attraction. I don't know what the numbers are, but he's definitely fighting quality guys. If he wins this fight, he got to get that Canelo fight, man.
Is he active?
He's been pretty active lately. This year he fought twice.
There you go.
For him, that's active.
Fighter. That's what I'm saying. It's like that everywhere. There's some.
They invested more in the guys like that. The guys, go ahead.
There's some inactivity. Look, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is going to be fighting how many times this year? 3 or twice?
He fought the Chinito, and then not only once. This is going to be a second time because last September is when he fought the Brazilian dude, the Olympian. Was it's 2 times this year. It'll be
exactly. So David Benavidez, PBC, Shakur Stevenson, top rank. Teofimo Lopez only fought 1 time this year.
Yeah, June. Because before that, he fought December against Andor.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell people like, and that's what it is. The thing is, sometimes things are repeated so much that people just look at it one side, but that's a boxing problem. Inactivity is a boxing problem with all the promoters and all the networks. That's what's failing boxing, the inactivity of fighters that, and you know how other sports that superstars run is the one that elevate the sport. You know, you got to have LeBron James and Steph Curry. You got to have them promote because it promotes the sport all over the world. The problem is that the elite fighters don't fight a lot. So you got Anthony Joshua. He only fought 1 time this year, right?
Yeah.
Tyson Fury. When was the last time he fought?
I think it was Dillian White, maybe. I haven't even been watching Tyson Fury's fights at all. But I'm assuming it was Dillian White. Oh no, Chisora.
Anthony Joshua, how many times he fought this year?
I believe
once. That's what I'm saying. So the inactivity is not a PBC thing, is a boxing thing.
Yo, you know what's gonna be a PBC thing, and I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm not a hater at all. I'm not a PBC hater at all. Salute them. They did an incredible job. What they need to do right now, Punch, they have to get some scouts and pick up young fighters because right now all of their guys are getting older. You know what I'm saying? These are all guys that came up through Golden Boy. This is why Top Rank has been around for so many years, and they're gonna continue to be around. You follow baseball, right? You Dominican. You follow baseball, right?
I don't follow it like that.
All right, but you know, right? Put it this way: in baseball, the Atlanta Braves is a team that they never sign free agents. They bring up young guys from the minor leagues and they become superstars. That's what Top Rank does. The Mets and the Yankees, they spend money and get players that are already established. So with that being said, Bob Arum always got stars coming up. He got a bunch of young guys coming up. What young guys PBC has besides that guy that Floyd Mayweather just brought up? They don't have no young guys that are coming up, known prospects. Everybody they have in their 30s already. 5 years, they're gonna be 38, 39, bro.
That was a discussion I had with the Boxer Voice and Nestor Gibbs.
I was watching.
But look what you're presenting. You're presenting Top Rank, a promotional company. You're presenting PBC. PBC is not a promotional company. PBC is a show. Is a show like Dancing with the Stars. Is a show like the America Top Model. PBC is not PBC. You got to look at TGB. You got to look at Samsung Promotion. You got to look at Mayweather Promotions. These are the promotional companies around the PBC show. So you're holding somebody accountable that is not a promotional company. Top Rank is a promotional company. Golden Boy is a promotional company. Matchroom Boxing is a promotional company. They have scouts that's going to scout these guys. PBC is a show. He's not scouting the guy. Samson is scouting the guy. Mayweather Promotion letting the be a spot. So the question is, what are the if you're gonna compare Top Rank, you got to compare with Mayweather Promotions. You understand what I'm saying? Who is Mayweather signing that is young? Golden Boy Promotions got Kid Austin, right? He's young. Top Rank got the best. Nobody's gonna ever compete with Top Rank. Top Rank is a well-oiled machine. It's a big ass company and stuff like that. But I'm not holding the last young fighter that Al Heyman signed as managing, because Al Heyman is not signing nobody anymore. Al Heyman is not managing any fighters anymore. Those fighters that's from the Omar Figueroas to Keith Thurman, Daniel Garcia, that's Al Heyman advised and manages Earl Spence, but he doesn't. He's not signing young fighters. The last young fighter he signed to manage was Michel Rivera. That's it. That was 2 years.
What about Joey Spencer? But Joey Spencer, Al Heyman?
Joey Spencer is Al Heyman.
They did him dirty, but they threw him to the wolves, man.
Hey, you got to throw him to the wolves.
Yeah.
How you know who you're investing in? You have to throw it at some point.
Fighters, you got to bring them up differently, man. Oscar De La Hoya, all those, that's crazy, because Oscar De La Hoya, bro, that was his whole stable. No, I'm saying that was his whole stable. But I believe Oscar De La Hoya got the formula right now. He don't got too many fighters, but Oscar De La Hoya is going to be all right. He always picks up. Right now, Golden Boys, they rebuilding right now, bro, with what they have. They're not going to be gone. They just rebuilding.
Bro, they all do. They all got their time. They all got their time, and they have to rebuild. What promotional company can rebuild? Look, you got Top Rank, right? Terrence Crawford just left Top Rank, right? So now they really got to pay attention to the Shakur Stevenson, and their budget money got to go to Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, right? What did Shakur Stevenson just said in his latest interview? He got one more.
Not correct. Yeah, and he will test the waters. He's willing to test the waters.
All right, then. How many years does the Teofimo Lopez got left? He got 2 more fights left.
Yeah.
Yo, Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson could both leave at the same time.
Yeah. But see, Top Rank, like even when Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson leave, Top Rank is still going to be all right. You know, they got the young guys coming up. They got the Keyshawn Davis. They got Xander Zayas.
They had Edgar Berlanga.
They had Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga is Eddie Hearn, right?
Now he left.
No, he's Eddie Hearn, though.
Yeah, he's on Matchroom.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn, yeah. Yo, speaking of Teofimo Lopez, man, assuming Ryan Garcia's next fight doesn't turn out well for him, let's say he wins, but he takes punishment, or let's say he doesn't win, Ryan Garcia, who do you think will be Teo's opponent if Ryan Garcia? Because that's a quick turnaround, man, from December to February, and it's not like Ryan Garcia is a fighter that doesn't get hit; he gets hit. So if he takes punishment, he's out of that fight in February. Who do you think they're gonna bring in?
I mean, there's a fight that a lot of people don't that people don't think is capable of happening, but I know is talks. I know it's talks about it, and it's Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez.
I spoke to Kenny, right, Coach Kenny. The other day I was on. They let me on the Rise podcast. You know the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Kenny and I brought it up to him. I said, "Yo, what's going on with Teo and Tank?" And he said they fight. Teo's gonna have to go down to 135. And I was like, Coach, you know Teo's not gonna do that. And then I said, well, no, you guys are gonna go to 140. And he directly told me, we go to 140. We're not going to 140 until we fight Shakur Stevenson, because we don't want people creating a narrative that we moved out of the division without fighting the best guy there. So I don't think Teo will go to 135, because the way he's talking, it will have to be at 135.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. As much as Kenny and Calvin Ford, they don't call the shots for Gervonta Davis. They don't call the shots for Gervonta Davis. They train and they let the business handlers handle the business.
Okay.
Trust. They don't call it. Especially Kenny don't call the shots for Gervonta Davis.
Because I heard Bob Arum officially say that the Heisman night this year, that's not happening for Teo. Teal's definitely not fighting in December, so he's fighting in February for sure. And it
Yeah.
gotta be against somebody.
Yeah, I mean, for Tio, I think look, if he can't get the fight, maybe he could get Jose Ramirez, but
He,
maybe he could get the if he can't get all those fights, maybe it will stuck with the Cambosa. You know what I'm
you
saying?
already know how I feel about that. You know I want that.
I say that option is good if you take out all the options that we're talking about. There is no Ryan, if there is no Tank, if there is no Jose Ramirez, if there, yeah, then that would be an option. But
I'll
that ain't
take
the
all three of
primary
those
option.
before Cambosos. I'll take all three of those before Cambosos. Those are all good fights. Those are all good wins. Those are all better fighters and better names than Cambosos. But
Look at that's another narrative about Van Loke said Andre's management was very bad. How they was very bad. How they was very bad. And I'm talking about once he went to the zone. How? Like they don't hold nobody else accountable. Why nobody likes to hold other people accountable for not fighting Andre? Why? Is it that much of a narrative? Am I the is it because they don't want to be like part of the minority?
yeah, why he gets a lot of hate for, man? I feel
I
like I'm
don't
looking at the
know,
chat.
bro.
They
I
hating. They
don't
calling me
know.
fangirls for Andre and all that. I figure
I don't
they
know, bro.
that's crazy.
Like I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. Like I even told Demetrius Andre, yo, tell the truth, yo. You pipe a lot of these girls, these dudes, girls, or something like that. Cause I don't know, bro. I don't know how Triple G got a pass. I don't know how people are okay that the middleweight undisputed didn't happen. How? How y'all
Triple G got a
how y'all
crazy
holding
pass,
him
bro.
accountable?
He got a crazy pass. Like the whole time where everybody was getting scrutinized, Triple G was just sitting back, just waiting it out, waiting for that Canelo for that third fight. And he eventually got it. Nobody said nothing.
Yo,
Everybody picks and chooses in this game, bro. Just like with Tim Tszyu, everybody's saluting Tim Tszyu like he won that belt in the ring. Why he's not getting the same energy they gave They gave Devin Haney. They would call
like
him an email champion.
I'm watching, like yo, if I say okay. No. I was gonna say something else. Because damn, I know when I put my content out, I'm giving y'all content of what I'm talking about. I'm giving you the reason, I'm giving you the facts, right? I understand, and this is what I'm saying, that this community, yo, when I first walked into this community, right? In the hood, you don't find a lot of people that know boxing, right?
Hell no.
Right? So you're like, oh shit, there's a community to watch. Oh shit, that's when I found out, like, yo, there's people that talk a lot of boxing in YouTube. Okay, I like that. Because none of my people talk boxing. I could be in the barbershop. Nobody knows boxing. Nobody want to talk about boxing, right? So I'm like, yo, this community is cool, the hardcore boxing community. But then when I found out that this ain't no really hardcore community, this is all narrative based community.
It's like gangbanging, bro.
It's like a gang thing. It's not, it has no real, like, people want to believe in the lie. People don't want to believe in the truth.
People want to argue with each other and curse each other out, disrespect. I'm not with that. Like, this is a sport that we all admire, that we all love, man. Let's talk boxing, bro. I feel what you're saying. Because I
Like,
got maybe like one or two friends that know boxing. Everybody else don't know shit about boxing. And I don't like being around people watching fights with people that don't know nothing about boxing, bro.
cool, okay. Demetrius Andre himself know his resume is not up to par. Okay, why? All right, now the why is because he's been a champion. We always, as fans, say that we want to see the best fighting the best, meaning the best guys in the division, unification bouts, undisputed bout is the reason, right? Let me get this straight. There was one champion in the welterweight division, and there was another guy that was holding 3 belts, right? Earl Spence held the 3 belts. Bud Crawford held 1 belt. What is the fight that we all wanted to see? Everybody in the classroom, please answer. In the welterweight division, there's 2 champions. It was Earl Spence held the 3 belts, and it was Bud Crawford holding the 1 belt. So we wanted to see an undisputed come together, and that's the best fight in the best. All right, so we move on to the middleweight division. There was Canelo Alvarez that was holding the 3 belts, and there was Demetrius Andre that was holding 1 belt. What was the fight that we all wanted to see? Andrade and Canelo. It didn't happen. Why? No, they wouldn't be like, no, Canelo. I mean, he's Andrade. You know what I'm saying? His business wasn't right. Really?
I'm gonna keep it real with you though. Demetrius Andrews did mess up one thing, man. That Charlo fight that he was supposed to have, that he pulled out of, he messed that up right there. You know, he's lucky Al Heyman allowed him to decided to work with him again. I thought his bridges were burnt for good after that. When he pulled out of that Charlo fight,
Then you got the body bags of the world. He said the IBF declined the fight. The IBF didn't decline the fight. He had the opportunity for weeks to sign the extension to trump the mandatory with Sergey Derevchenko. The question is, body bag, why on Monday morning after the Daniel Jacobs fight didn't his team, Canelo could go to vacation, why didn't his team do the necessary paperwork to do right by Canelo to file an extension for them to fight Demetrius Andrade? The notice was after 11 days, bruh. Why are y'all playing dumb? I don't understand this. It's right there. It's all this shit is public records. But because it's Demetrius Andrade, no. And then you got Blitz. Let me see. What's up, Blitz? He said, yes, they did. No, they didn't, brother. No, they didn't, my man. Why are you lying to yourself? Eso me quillan. Like, that's what I'm talking about, Lono. People want to lie to themselves. They want to lie to themselves. For what? What are you holding on to? He got stripped for one reason. Bro, like, people, como, I don't know why. Like, what do they gain by lying to themselves? You're the sorriest person in the world, those who lie to themselves, because if you can lie to yourself, you can lie to everybody else.
especially if you believe your own lies, that's even worse.
When you believe that own lie, bro, and there's certain things that's public records too. It's public records, bro.
Yep, receipts.
Go call. I'm look. I give you. I'm gonna tell you how easy it is in boxing to get in touch with people. IBF, their headquarters in New Jersey. Go call the IBF. They open up at 9:00. The operator's gonna pick up. Tell them that you want to talk to Daryl Peoples. Daryl's Peoples. You know you could get in touch with Daryl Peoples if you want.
Yeah.
Ask him the same question. Did Canelo Alvarez file an extension before the purse bid? Before the purse bid. Because once the purse bid is ordered, that's when you can't file an extension. If the mandatory is ordered, cool, you can still have time to file the extension. Once the purse bid, I believe it was July 23rd, that means Canelo was given a month and change to file an extension. Once the purse bid was ordered, then you can't file the extension. But as much as you educate people, they want to believe on lies. And I don't understand that in this community. I don't understand why believe in lies. It doesn't say that Canelo Alvarez is less than great because he fought Kovalev after it. But stay with the facts.
And let me ask you a question, being that we talking about Canelo.
Tony says Andre pulls out of fights more than I do my girl. But we're talking about Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez right now. Like, these people ain't happy. You're happy with your boxing content creators, narrative hustler. And y'all coming to my channel to talk down. But Demetrius Andrade pulls out. This is a fucking fight. A fight that you'd rather watch Andrade fight.
These are two guys that have something to prove, bro. They both got something to prove. They both want to get that Canelo fight. This is not a fight where one guy's just trying to stay afloat. Like, all due respect, Plant already took that loss, that devastating stoppage to Canelo Alvarez. He already knows how it is to lose. these guys don't know how to lose on a professional level. These guys both feel in their hearts that they deserve the Canelo Alvarez fight. Bro, this is gonna be a great fight. This is gonna be a great fight,
Of
man.
course
I'm
it's a
telling
great
you.
fight. They know it's a great fight.
Yeah, Andre got decent power, man. Benavidez, not that he got bad defense, but he gets hit. He gets hit. I want to see how he takes it, and I want to see how Andre takes Benavidez shots as well. It's gonna be a real good fight, bro. I'm looking forward to this fight. I don't think it's gonna do that many good numbers. Real talk.
Kovalev,
That's not even hating, but
Swift's
it's not gonna do good numbers.
so quick. So it's like Kovalev was 37 and been knocked out multiple times. So you trying to say
He was
is
knocked out twice
so,
prior to the Canelo fight.
so he got knocked out by
Ward
Hall of
and,
Fame
and,
and Andre Ward.
and the Cuban dude, which he avenged.
And yeah, which he avenged that fight, and then before the fight with Canelo, he knocked down the young, hungry Anthony Yard.
Yeah, the
But that's
turnaround was kind of quick though, but whatever, it is what it is.
and then you got people here that don't that they would never give Canelo Alvarez credit because he's 37 years old that only lost twice in his fucking life, and that's
Well,
like
how many middleweights would have moved up and did that? Ronnie Shields was on the Boxing Voice, and he was saying that Charlo wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? That he wouldn't have done that, moved up and fought Kovalev. So whether Kovalev was past his prime, which I believe he was, that's still a dangerous fight for anybody jumping 2 weight classes to fight.
he said Kovalev was just in the war 2 months prior. So what? So what? Julio Cesar Chavez was in wars and fought 6 times in 1 year, and fought Medrick Taylor once, for Rick Freaky Randall twice within that 12-month span. So what? Act like we never seen that before. So what? He's fighting the little man too in Canelo. That's what I mean. Like people are just complainers, bro. They just complain.
Yo, Punch, let me ask you something, Punch, for you, right? What are Canelo's 5 best wins? Not based on the names, based on who they are and who they were at the time and what the fights meant at the time. For you, what is Canelo's 5 best wins, bro? I want to hear this.
Cotto.
I agree with you on that one.
Cotto. Triple G.
Yep.
Plant.
Yep.
Cove.
Who?
Kovalev.
That's not on my 5, but go ahead.
And Trout.
Trout. For me, I gotta go with, like you said, not in no order. I gotta go with Triple G. I gotta go with Charlo because that was a nemesis. People were shaming him with Charlo. Cotto. Plant because I was undisputed. And number 5, I probably might have to go with Danny Jacobs, maybe.
Danny Jacobs is a good one too.
He was being shamed with Danny Jacobs too.
You know why? You got to give the Trout win big because, you know what I'm saying, Trout did beat Cotto, right?
Yeah.
But then the Cotto fight was also because, remember, he's still not a fledged middleweight. So the Cotto fight was good, and Cotto was still active. Cotto became a champion after
he was resurgent. Cotto resurgent, and I was picking Cotto going into that fight.
You got to give credit to the Plant because he became undisputed.
Yeah.
You got to give the Kovalev because Kovalev is also might be a future Hall of Famer, and he became a 3-division world champion. He moved up to there to be great in another division he never been in. So and then Danny Jacobs is a good fight as well. So yeah, he got good wins.
I don't got Kovalev as the 5 because even though Kovalev was a big accomplishment for him, going into that fight, a lot of people, even though he was the smaller guy, a lot of people were picking Canelo going into that fight. And I could agree with you in a way with the 5 is a big number, but Trout was definitely one of them. Was close to because at the time Canelo, people were questioning if he was even experienced enough to take Trout, and even Oscar De La Hoya didn't want Canelo to take the Austin Trout fight neither.
So let me ask you a question. Name me your top 5 wins for Bud Crawford.
I got you right now. Definitely Errol Spence. I gotta definitely say Sean Porter. I gotta say Tim Tszyu. Not Tim Tszyu. What's the guy's name? The Australian guy. Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn. At the time, people shit on this, but this is a good one at the time, man. Victor Postal at the time had a lot of momentum going into that fight. And then I gotta go with Gamboa. That was for me. That was his introduction, the Gamboa fight. So those are my five for Bud Crawford.
Okay.
What are you laughing for, man? You be hating on Bud, bro.
I'm not hating on Bud. I'm not hating on Bud. I'm not hating on Bud.
Those were good wins, bro. Believe it or not, Bud. Don't get me wrong. Bud Crawford's resume is not the greatest, but he has a good resume. See, the thing is, a lot of people tend to judge his resume based on what the guys do after he beats. Some fighters damaged fighters. You know what I'm saying? Going into those fights, all those guys had momentum. You know, Victor Postal was doing his thing. You know, he stopped Lucas Matisse, broke his eye. Jeff Horn had that upset win over Manny Pacquiao. Gamboa was undefeated. You know, Porter wasn't stopped prior to that, and I'm not gonna go with the excuse that he had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. No, people would give him a shot to win. And Errol Spence, man, Crawford's resume is not the best resume, but he has a really real good resume for sure. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Crawford were to move to 168 and beat Canelo, which is I don't pick him to win, but if he pulls that off, you got to mention him amongst the greats. I'm talking about within top three. If he pulls that off, man.
I got. How about? Hold on. Give me a second. I even got That's how I be talking special about Tio, because look at Tio. He already got a Richard Coleman, he got a Loma, he got a Taylor, and he got
Nakatani and Sandor.
No, Sandor Martin.
And Nakatani.
I mean, Nakatani, yeah, at the time was top, but it hasn't aged well.
No, it almost did. When Nakatani turned around and knocked out Felix Verdejo, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
you know, the interesting thing about Tio beat active champions. Like a lot of guys, like Floyd Mayweather always says, I beat 29 champions. But a lot of times you beat them when they were former champions. Tio so far, he still got a young career. He only got 20 fights. So far, he got three active champions that he got under his belt. And they all have momentum. Richard Comey, people fail to forget, Richard Comey knocked out Ray Beltran. Ray Beltran was the last guy at 135 that took Bud Crawford the distance. Richard Comey knocked him out, and he knocked out the guy that outboxed Rolly, the Dominican guy.
What's good, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, the voice of the UK London. What's good, bro?
Rap Star.
Yeah, mate, I just woke up. I had to come and shut this nonsense down. You know what I mean? But, respect to everybody, respect to Punch, respect to low nose boxing. It's fucking crazy, right? That was sitting here trying to dice down Bud's fucking resume compared to. There's no comparison, bro. It's fucking apple and oranges. Motherfucking Gamboa, you fucking putting him there when 50 Cent bring him over there to get his ass busted up. 50 Cent bring Gamboa over there, fucking bring him up in weight to fight. And then you want to talk about Jeff Horn, bro. Fuck Jeff Horn. Bro, what the fuck you talking about Jeff Horn, bro?
I'm saying we talking about Bud. We talking about Bud's resume, bro. But that's who was there.
Man, let me tell you something about Terence Crawford. I love the guy's fighting style. I do. He's a good fighter. I ain't gonna deny him, bro. But everything that Crawford did cannot be compared to the fucking cartel. You cannot compare to the face of boxing, bro. This man is no way got a resume, no way near those guys. You understand? They want to compare this motherfucker with Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran. Shut the fuck up. Go die, you fucking boxing fans. You need to die. Because you guys are fucking brain dead, demented cunts that want him to fight Canelo Alvarez now. You guys are there for the moment. You're there for one fight. One guy does really good. Oh, he's the Terminator. He's the Terminator. Man, you guys live for the moment. Look at the whole structure. Look at the fight and the foundation of a fighter. He's no way near, Punch. I like Crawford, but he got no way near the accolades of real people out there in the industry of boxing.
I've been saying it, Rap. I've been saying it, right? They calling me a hater. They calling me a hater.
I'm not a hater, bro. I love Bud, but the truth is the truth.
Hey, it is what it is. I don't like the video game fight. Look, that's what I was. I'm not even knocking it, but it's just funny that a guy that gets all these accolades at the age of 36, I could almost match it with a Tio's win, and Tio's 25 years old. I could match it.
Yeah, let me just answer to people. I
he,
ain't drunk. This is just me telling you the truth. In fact, I'm sober as fuck. I'm not drunk one bit.
yo, I
I'm
still
so
pick Bud to
sober
be
that
Charlo.
everything I'm telling you, I stand by it.
I pick Bud to be
Motherfuckers.
Charlo. I don't care what anybody says. I still think Bud be Charlo, man.
But I
Well,
also believe
whatever
that
he
that's the
does, what he
moment.
gonna do, bro. But he ain't got the
No, not the
resume.
moment. I've been said that. I've been picking Bud before he even fought Errol Spence. I said if he was to move up and fight Charlo after Spence, this is before he did what he did. I picked Bud to beat Charlo
I'm
because
not
I
saying
look
that.
at what I look at.
I'm not
The
necessarily. I'm
skills.
not necessarily saying that it's wrong for you to feel like that. But I'm just saying that what you're saying now, because of the moment, now people are going to rock with that. Because to be honest, I don't think that Bud Crawford beat Jermell Charlo before the
I
Canelo
mean,
Alvarez fight, not even after it. I
that's
don't.
our opinions at the end of the day. But I'm
No,
saying
no, yeah.
a lot of people. You're right. As far as a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon because of what he did with Earl Spence. I'm one of the few people that said he was going to beat the shit out of Earl Spence. I said it. I said going into this fight, I'm a real student of the game. I watched the game. Bud Crawford does things that I see Sugar Ray Leonard do, that I see
Oh,
Tommy Hearns do.
right.
I look at his technique, I look at his skills. I see certain guys, you guys are laughing. I'm looking at the technical shit that he does inside the
Why the
ring, bro.
fuck
I'm
you got
telling you.
Bud Crawford in there with Usyk? How about
I'm
that?
not listening, man. If Bud Crawford and Usyk were the same size, Bud Crawford would beat the shit out of him if they
But
were the
that,
same size.
yo, but that shit,
Bud,
but that shit is what get people going. Like to beat,
no, but we talking about the eye test, Punch. I'm talking about
yeah,
skills. We're
but
not talking about the resume. We
but you
talking
know,
about the eye test.
oh, you know what the eye test? You know what we needed to see with the eye
I know
test?
what I'm looking at.
We say what we saying about Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard and stuff like that because they
He,
fought
he
each
does
other.
old school.
They
Yeah,
fought
but he does.
legendary fighters. We ain't
Yeah, but
saying
we
that
talking about the skills though, bro. Because you can fight everybody. If
but
you're
look at
not
the
good, you're
skills.
not good.
But look at the skills that he put there. Look at the skills that they showcase, but versus who?
But you can still see it though. You can still see it,
We're
bro.
not in that era. We're not in that era. The era, the reason why we say about Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, we see the matches. We don't put no Sugar Ray Leonard and just put him. We just watch him versus anybody else. We watch it with the names that we know.
Yeah, but I've seen Sugar Ray against guys that he's supposed to beat. He does the same thing, man. Bud Crawford does a
You
lot of
see the
little
same thing.
skills.
You see the same thing. You see Sugar Ray Leonard that did the Bud Crawford, man. Sugar Ray Leonard, man. Come on, man. Sugar Ray Leonard had the
Certain
speed,
things.
the power, the footwork, the
Certain
gold
things.
medalist.
Sugar Ray was more faster. Sugar Ray was faster. I'm saying I see certain things, not everything, because everybody has their own style, but he has certain things.
He went to the middleweight division and beat Hagler, bro.
Yeah, well, let us have a generation where we see guys do extraordinary things. If Bud Crawford feels that he wants to fight Canelo Alvarez, fuck it, let him do it. I'm not saying he could beat him, but let him do it, bro. Because I give Bud Crawford this. When he fought two of the nemesis in his weight class, he utterly destroyed them, bro. It's like when you kept talking about Bud versus Teo, right? Teal's one of my favorite
You
fighters.
don't want that fight, and that's more
Hey,
realistic.
Punch, shall I tell you the truth? I'm going to be
hold on,
honest with you, Punch.
hold
Let me
on,
get this off, right? Because I'm not here
One
long.
second.
Shall I
All
tell
right,
you
go
what's
ahead.
really happened? I'm telling you, deep down inside, in a lot of people's hearts, especially in America, they don't respect Canelo like that, bro. They don't. What it is with
I think they're
Canelo,
losing respect for him.
they don't respect him like that because you see what it is with Canelo, yeah? They're going by this narrative that he's short, he's coming to the end, slightly declining. All these things they're mixing up with Canelo and they're slowly losing respect for the man. You know that?
I think so. I think people are losing respect for all the wrong reasons. Because like I said before, nobody would ever question. Nobody will walk over the mic and ask Andre Ward, "Yo, how about you fight Floyd Mayweather?" Not even
Nobody
10
was
years
asking for
ago.
that, though. It's not the same,
No,
though,
but
bro.
nobody. But the thing is, nobody should be asking for Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Nobody should be asking for that
I
stupid ass
mean,
fight. That's the three division. That's what I'm saying.
it's a little
Ain't
different,
nobody.
though.
No, it's no different. It's no different. Bud Crawford is no greater than fucking Floyd Mayweather.
Canelo started at a smaller weight class, bro. People wanted. Don't forget, people wanted Floyd to fight Triple G. They wanted Floyd to fight Sergio Martinez, bro.
And that was stupid. That was stupid. We all know that was stupid. Even
It
when his
wasn't
father
stupid for
said,
Sugar Ray
even
Leonard
when
to
his
do it.
father said, even his father was saying for Mayweather Senior, like, "Yo, it's stupid. Y'all want my son to go to the middleweight? Like, my son is not that. Like, y'all just desperate to see Floyd Mayweather lose. That's why y'all was saying go fight Triple G. Y'all was desperate. People was desperate.
That's a tough thing to do. Don't get me wrong. People have done it, but the numbers are small. Like if you ask me how many times we had a 3-division world champion, so many. But how many times we have guys move up 2 or 3 weight classes and beat guys in the middleweights? Because moving up from lightweight to welterweight is one thing, but from welterweight to middleweight, that's another thing. Sugar Ray Leonard did it.
Y'all just gotta be honest. Y'all living in the fucking moment. Y'all living in that cloud that he did with.
Hey, Benavidez.
Huh? Y'all living in that cloud, man. Y'all living in that Bud Crawford performance with Earl Spence. Because if y'all think that he can move up 3 divisions and compete with Canelo Alvarez, y'all lost respect for Canelo Alvarez.
Now, Punch, when you was talking that Tio versus Bud talk, for me, in order for me to jump on that bandwagon with you, Tio would have to do to Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis what Bud did to Porter and Errol Spence. If Tio does that, then I'm all for him jumping up to fight Bud. If he does that, if he beats the shit out of Devin Haney and beats the shit out of Gervonta Davis and destroys him, then I'm like, all right, then to move up to fight Bud.
A win with Josh Taylor
That's not the same.
It's bigger than than Devin Haney.
No, it's not. It's not bigger than Devin Haney. It's not bigger than Gervonta Davis. So those are great wins.
Lopez has to knock out Devin Haney and has to knock out who you said again?
Gervonta Davis.
Gervonta Tank Davis to be qualified to get Crawford, but Crawford just beat the shit out of another 140. Wait. But Crawford had to beat another 147 pounder, which he was favored to beat already. To get a 3 division and go to 3 division up to the 168 and face the King Canelo Alvarez.
That was his rival.
Lopez needs to go and fight what?
Though that was his main rival in his division.
Oh my God! My goodness gracious! What the fuck are you smoking?
That was his super fight.
He's the lineal champion. Teofimo Lopez is the lineal 140 champion. Not Hank, not Haney, not Matias, not nobody. He is the best 140 has to offer. The fuck you talking about? He needs to prove a fucking Gervonta Tank Davis, the junior varsity belt holder, to fight Crawford, the 147-pound lineal.
I think what he's trying to say to you, Punch, I think what the man's trying to say is that...
What are you talking about? Wait a minute. We're talking about a guy that has not even fought at 140 in Devin Haney. Another guy that fought at 140 and fought Mario Barrios. This man beat Josh Taylor, the undefeated, undisputed, rightfully undisputed. And he needs to prove to you to beat Devin to get Crawford.
Those are the guys in his weight class that people shame for.
Pookie crack right now, bro.
Those are the guys that he gets shamed for his weight classes.
But Bud has proven to you to jump 3 divisions up and compete with Canelo Alvarez.
He destroyed his arch nemesis. His arch nemesis, bro. He didn't just beat another champion. He beat his arch nemesis, bro.
At 147, bro. We talking about Canelo on 168, bro. T.O. 1 division, 140 to 147, 2 lineals, the best 140. That's traditional. That is tradition, daring to be great. Moving 1 division up, that's it, right? You're talking about that Teofimo Lopez has to prove to you. He needs to be Haney. You said this. He needs to knock out Haney and knock out Tank to get Crawford.
Yeah,
I get it. Your favorite fighter is Crawford.
My favorite fighter is
Crawford is God. You think Crawford has done the impossible, but Crawford has not done nothing to be compared to Mayweather. What you mean? Teofimo Lopez can compete with Buck Crawford. He has probably more significant win than Buck Crawford himself. You just mentioned Porter. Porter even told everybody else he had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He didn't even go all out in training. That's what Sean Porter said.
Yeah, people say things after they lose all the time. Lomachenko made up stories.
I'm just going by what Sean Porter said. You gave me Gamboa. You gave me Jeff Horn. Teofimo Lopez beat the shit out of Gamboa. Teofimo Lopez beat the shit out of Jeff Horn. Huh?
I'm not saying he won't. All I'm saying is Bud Crawford beat the main guy in his weight class that was linked to him, just like Floyd.
At 147, who he be at 154? Who he be at 160?
I'm not saying he could beat Canelo. What I'm saying is, if he wants to take that chance, If he wants to take that chance, he can do it.
You ain't even
He's
saying,
so,
you ain't even saying go. All right. How about you beat at least Caleb Plant worse than David Benavidez, and then you get Canelo Alvarez. You saying that he just could go straight to Canelo Alvarez.
he's not trying to go to 168 to compete and be there for a while. He's trying to do a one-off and be
I'm talking
champion.
about what you presenting to us. You presenting that Teofimo Lopez, for Bud Crawford to move up one division of Bud Crawford, he needs to prove to you he needs to beat the crap out of Devin Haney and beat the crap out of Javante Tan Davis.
Those were his rivals from 135, bro. Those been his rivals from 135.
So you want him to go back to 135?
No, he can fight them at 140. Devin Haney's already there.
All right, then he's going to 140, but he's the king at 140. The king fights the king next, just like Bud Crawford.
Yeah, but you
like
still got guys that people.
You don't know. He don't got no. We don't know that he got guys. We think that he got guys. He beat the king. He beat the man. He beat Josh Taylor. He beat Josh Taylor. He beat Josh Taylor. He beat Undisputed. If Josh Taylor didn't give up his belt, right now we've been looking at 140 undisputed champion Teofimo Lopez, bro. And you telling me to look backwards to move forward to Crawford? You make no sense, bro. You make no sense. Not in the Teofimo Lopez fighting Bud and Bud fighting Canelo. You gotta go through hoops. You want him to go backwards to fight Bud. That don't make no sense to me, bro. That's like me saying, matter of fact, that's like me saying, Bud Crawford, you need to fight Teofimo Lopez, go back to fight Earl Spence. Or to move up to fight Charlo. That's what you're telling me.
No, because Teofimo Lopez was never Bud's rival. He was never his nemesis.
And Bud was never Canelo's rival.
Yeah, but he has. Listen, what I'm saying is Bud was in a division that was special.
But I tell you what, though, I will say this: the same guy, Low Nose Boxing, did come on my channel after Teofimo won, and he did say, "I'm not fully gonna go crazy. I need to see Teo consistent. He does great when he steps up."
Yeah, man. Thank you.
He said that he wants to see Teo consistent before Teo goes and does some big things. He did say that to me. He came on my channel
and it's not a knock on Teo,
Teo's not ready for Crawford because
Teo's my favorite fighter, bro. Teo's my favorite fighter, Punch. But I'm realistic, bro. Come on, I'm not gonna go in there and throw him in there with Bud Crawford right now. Remember, Bud Crawford's name was always linked to who he was linked to: Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. He fought two of those guys, right? Danny's not gonna fight him. Thurman is
their respective division in their last two fights, they're probably more equal. Bud Crawford beat David Avanesian, and then he went to fight Earl Spence. Teofimo Lopez beat Sando Martin that retired Mikey Garcia, and then to fight
but it wasn't the most impressive one. Even though Teo won that fight, we know Teo won that fight. It wasn't the most impressive.
Doesn't matter. He won. It's on his resume.
Yeah, but what I'm showing is, when you're at the highest level, and Teofimo Lopez can do it, right? When you fight guys that are not at your level, you got to show that you're head and shoulders above them, no matter what. You don't play around and struggle.
No,
Bud Crawford don't play with his food, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lie. It doesn't happen like that. If you talk so much about the history of the sport of boxing, Muhammad Ali got knocked down a couple of times before fighting Sonny Liston and knocked him out, made him look like a clown. So no, I don't.
He got dropped, but they want to close fights. He got dropped with a big shot, but he
dropped. All right, then. So it wasn't his great performance before going after Sonny Liston.
You got a good point there, but what the point is, at the end of the day, Muhammad Ali was able to overcome that and prove his legacy and prove to be consistent. Teofimo Lopez, his last huge win.
No. He didn't prove to be consistent because he went from the last fight prior to Sonny Liston. He got dropped. He didn't do a consistent. He went straight to Sonny Liston and beat him up. So no, he didn't do nothing consistent. Just like people want to question the performance of Teofimo Lopez and Sando Martin. People wrote him off. He didn't need two other fights to be like, I'm ready for Josh Taylor. Everybody wrote him off before Josh Taylor.
No, he didn't. I give him that. But right now, he got that big win.
He don't need consistency.
Because he got that big win.
Dog, but you're telling me that Bud Crawford, because of Earl Spence, could go to 168 fight Canelo Alvarez. But you're telling me that Teofimo Lopez has to find this consistency to go backwards and fight guys like Javante Davis. That never was. Javante Tan Davis was never king. He was never lineal. What does Teofimo Lopez has to prove to Javante Tan Davis?
When you show a certain level of specialness,
what does Teo has to prove to Tank?
Tank is his rival, bro. At the end of the day, whether some people don't like Tank or not, Tank.
You're not answering my question.
Well, we got to prove this. It's not about proving to Tank. You got to beat.
Who got a better resume? Who got a better resume?
Tio got two better. We got better wins.
Who got better resume? Who got better resume?
Tank has a deeper resume. Tio overall got a better resume because Lomachenko and Josh Taylor.
Okay, who got a better resume? Who got a better accomplishment?
Teofimo.
All right, then. So why the fuck Teofimo Lopez got something to prove? Tank is the one that need to prove something to Tio.
But that's still his rival, though. At the end of the day, there's people out there that still think that Tank can knock him out. I argue with people all the time defending Teofimo Lopez, bro. Those are his fucking rivals, bro. Just like everybody was arguing with Bud's fans about Errol Spence, bro. Bud Crawford silenced that, bro. Sometimes fighters got to do special things so people can even have a conversation and say, let them do something bold. Look at the news.
Does Devin and Tank, do you hear Tank calling out Tio?
Anyway, Punch, all love, Low Nose Boxing. I've got to catch up with Benavidez, trying to get him on the channel in a minute. Yeah, so I'm going to catch you guys in a bit. Respect, Punch.
Salute, brother. Right. I'll probably jump on your channel later on. Right.
All right, bro.
My issue is that you're saying, I'm going to keep on saying that you're saying that Tio needs to be more consistent and needs to fight Devin Haney and knock out Devin Haney and knock out Gervonta Tank Davis to get a Bud.
He doesn't necessarily got to knock him out. He got to defeat them convincingly. He got to.
You don't have
to. Yeah, but here's the thing, right?
He's already lined up for Bud. He's more lined up for Bud than Bud is lined up for Canelo. You want him to go through hoops to get Bud.
Look at this.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I know what it is, Low Nose Boxing. You know that's your favorite fighter, Bud Crawford, and you know Teofimo Lopez got the skills and talent to upset Bud Crawford.
No.
And you don't need that. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Tio's my favorite fighter. What are you talking about? Everybody knows that, bro.
No, it's not. Because how you gonna make him go through hoops to get Bud when he's a super WBO? All you gotta do is sign up for this
division, bro. Those are the fighters. Come on, man. Listen,
I don't care. I don't care. They're not stepping up to fight Tio.
Why do you think people are giving Nui? Why do you think people want Nui to fight Tank? Because Nui did what he did. Look what Nui did. He blew out fucking Stephen Fulton. Now people talking about him fighting Tank Davis because of what he did.
That's not realistic. That's not realistic. You're talking about unrealistic. Bud, and fucking Canelo is not realistic. Tio and Bud is more realistic. That's a lineal champion at 140 moving up to the lineal champion at 147. Whether he's going to be the massive underdog, that is more realistic than the three guys moving up. That's what I'm saying. Beyond the ring, Juanito and Raquel in the building. What's good? Might end up going to San Antonio. What's good? Oh, what you talking about? The fight? The Vegas, the Andrade fight and Benavidez that's gonna go to San Antonio. Either way, if it's in Vegas, San Antonio is my third favorite city of food. San Antonio got the best restaurants, bro. I like New York, Chicago, and San Antonio is my third favorite city. Love the food in San Antonio. Shout out to Beyond the Ring with Nonito Raquel, Nonito Donaire, the legend. Okay, we got a legend. We got a legend in the building. Put it that way. We got a legend in the building, right? Low Nose Boxing. Let's give the same scenario that you give him, right? Right? So if Nonito wants Fulton, right? If he wants Fulton, does he have to go backwards and go to the 115 and fight Bam Rodriguez to get Fulton? Does he need to go backwards? Or he could just move up? And let's say he was the lineal champion. He's not prepared. But
Nonito's been around longer, bro.
Then you're gonna say, well, maybe Inoue could face Lomachenko at 135. Or Fulton could take Lomachenko at 135. Come on. Man.
People are already talking about Inoue moving up to fight Tank, or for what he did to Stephen Fulton. He moved up.
But Low Nose Boxing, when you say people, who are these people you're listening to? Pero ¿quién es la gente? Because when you say people, it got to be like a troll channel, a person that hates. When you say people, you're trying to say
it's beyond channel. It's beyond boxing channels, bro.
Who do you hear? What channel? Who?
Boxers. I heard boxers say in the interviews that Tank versus Canelo will be great. I've heard boxers say that Inoue and Tank will be great.
You said Tank and Canelo. You mean
That's Tank, but you know what I meant.
Tank.
Inoue and Tank. I've heard people say that. And I heard people say Bud and Canelo, bro. And I'm not talking about there's YouTube channels that disagree with that altogether. They don't want Bud, and then there's people that are shaming Canelo with Bud. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo don't fight Bud, for me, it doesn't hurt Canelo. I'm not one of them guys that's shaming him. I'm just saying if Bud wants to, if he wants to be bold and do that, and Canelo's willing to oblige him, so be it. I'm not gonna shame him for that. But there's people that shame him for that though. But they'll say haters.
So if you can identify the shame, so you don't think the people that are saying Inoue versus Tank is trying to shame Inoue? So when you say
there's people that Louis fans are the ones that want him to go up there and fight Tank.
Inoue, come on, stop, come on, man.
There's people that's talking. I've heard people say, "Yo, Inoue and Tank could be a good fight," and I'm talking about boxing people, like people that's boxers or ex-boxers, not even YouTubers, bro. There's people that have actually called for that fight. Tank even said he would fight him.
Come on, man. But I'm talking to you, bro. I'm talking about something. Come on.
When I watch that fight, I would watch that fight.
I can make fantasy fight.
I would watch it. Look what Manny Pacquiao did. I mean, I'm not saying Inoue will beat Tank.
So Manny Pacquiao jumped 3 weight classes all at once. That's what Manny Pacquiao never did that.
Manny Pacquiao went from not 3. He went from 135 before Oscar at 147. But he drug Oscar down.
So he jumped 3 weight classes up.
2 weight classes.
Damn, come on, Lowe's. Come on, no boxer. Come on. You're trying to justify this Bud and Canelo. But the sad part about it is he's trying to justify a guy moving up 3 divisions up to fight the man at 168.
Well,
we're not talking about no Lemieux. Hold on. We're not talking about Lemieux. We ain't talking about a top 15 or something like that. We're talking about Bud and Canelo. But then you're saying it's not realistic at this point for Tio and Bud when it's just 1 division.
I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it's not realistic.
You saying
I don't want that fight for Tio.
You saying he need to knock out Devin Haney and knock out Gervonta Tank Davis.
Show that you got no more rivals in your weight class.
Yeah, rival needs to fight. There is no rival until you fight.
Durant cleaned out 135 before you.
There is no rival until you fight, and stop bringing the past because you're bringing real rivals that fall. So if you talk about Durant and Leonard, that's a real rival. If you're talking about any mixing matches, if you're talking about the wars, if you're talking about even Kovalev and Ward, if you're talking about Canelo Alvarez and Triple G, those are rivals. You're trying to say a rival that is not there. No, Devin Haney and Tio is not a rival. They never fought. It's not a rival, bro. Tank and Haney, Tio and Haney or Shakur is not a rival. What are you talking about, bro?
They're not rivals because they haven't fought yet.
Boston Red Sox and Yankees are rivals. Celtics and Lakers are rivals. Inoue versus Donaire, rival. These guys score more than
Bud and Spence, are they rivals?
If they fight again, then that's a rival.
No, going into that fight,
Wilder and Fury is rivals.
They became rivals. I'm talking about leading, and some fights become rivalries as it happens. But going into the Bud, Bud and Crawford going into that fight, it was a rivalry. You had the Bud fans against the Spence fans, just like you had the Manny Pacquiao fans against the Mayweather fans. And Tio's generation, everybody mentions Teofimo, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Teofimo, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney. Just like Devin Haney's rival was, Devin Haney had a rivalry with Shakur.
They didn't fall. People was mentioning,
but those names they linked. Those names are linked together, bro.
At one time, Tevin Farmer versus Gervonta Tank Davis was linked together. Is that a rival?
Not no more because Tevin Farmer didn't. The momentum didn't go as far as Tank did, bro.
There's no such thing as no more. There's not a rival. They never fall. A rival is when you fought already.
If Tio and Devin Haney and Tank Davis continue to win, bro, that's a rivalry at the end of the day.
No, you can even say Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia because they fought in the amateurs six times, so there's a rival there, and that connected to the professional level. But Tio and Tank and these guys are not rivals.
Those are the punch is like, bro. Those are it's like, man, those are the guys that they came up around the same time, bro, more or less. And those guys
rivals. That doesn't mean they're rivals. You just because they.
Why do you think people call them the new 4 Kings, even though they haven't fought each other, bro? That's a rivalry.
Who's those people?
If Teofimo and Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney retire without fighting each other, and they continue to win, but they retire somewhere down the line, they're gonna always say, but they never what happened to Tio and Tank or Tio and Haney or Haney and Tank. Huh?
Depending if they keep on winning and stuff, because
That's what I'm saying.
if once, all right, who was rivals and never who was rivals in the amateurs, and they was talking about a potential fight in the pros, but then they never fought. Nobody's asking for that fight no more. Gary Russell versus Leo Santa Cruz was amateur.
Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis.
Amateurs. Did they fight? Is people missing it? Is people
Riddick
saying,
Bowe and
oh my
Lennox
God?
Lewis. Bowe and Lewis. No, Pete, that's a fight we missed out on. That was a super fight. That was a
But it's
rivalry
not a
and everything.
rival. It's not a rival because they never
It
fought.
is a rivalry. They fought in the amateurs,
They never fought, bro. It's not a
fought in the
rival,
amateurs.
man.
Yeah, but that was a
I
big
just-
fight. We was robbed of that, bro.
I just gave you an example. I said it could be a rival if they fought in the amateur and the professional level. Keyshawn Davis versus Andy Cruz is a rival in the amateurs, right? That could lead into the professional level, and people gonna want that fight because there's a rivalry. It's the same shit
That
I
was
said.
Bowe and Lennox Lewis.
It's the same shit I said about Danny Swift Garcia and Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
But guess what? Nobody want to see that fight. Bang.
I want to see that fight still. I'll take that fight.
You're a Philly dude and you're Puerto Rican. You like Danny Swift Garcia.
No, not just that. I'm a fan of the sport. If Danny Garcia beats Lara, right, and I'm rooting for Danny to beat Lara, that's a perfect fight for Bud to move up and get an acclamation fight at 160 against somebody that's around his weight size in reality. You know what I mean? Instead of having, so therefore he won't have to be jumping 3 weight classes. He'll just jump 1.
Look,
or maybe 2.
All I'm saying is a clown fight. Bud and Canelo is not a fight. It's a clown fight. It's a fantasy fight. It's an exhibition fight. It's just I equal that fight to what Tyson Fury is going to be doing in a couple of weeks. That's what I see that fight. That fight should not happen. It's not realistic. Stop living in the moment. No, Bud Crawford cannot compete with a Canelo Alvarez at 168. I don't give a damn how great is Bud Crawford's skills and talent. Just like the greatness of Mayweather in 2012 when the pound for pound guys was Andre Ward at 168 and 147 was Floyd Mayweather. Ain't nobody was asking Floyd Mayweather to move up 3 divisions. Quit the noise, quit the mess. Stop shrinking the damn sport. There's a lot of great fights to be made. If you want Bud and Canelo, it's because you only know who Bud is and who Canelo is.
Listen, I'm not saying, let's get that fight, but I'm okay with that fight. Bud is on his. He's not going to be around for too much longer. We want to try to get that last fight, and it's
I
also a
don't
big
care
thing.
how much longer you're there. I don't care. You're not getting Canelo because your career is running out. I'm gonna tell you like this: Bud Crawford he's in great position to capitalize. Let's not forget that Floyd Mayweather got his contract with Showtime at the age of 36. That lucrative contract with a 6-fight deal. He could get that same thing. He don't have to chase no damn Canelo. He don't need no retirement check, no pension check, and for people to get hustled on a fight. That doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. We went from Josh Taylor moving up to 147 and fighting Bud. We went from Virgil fighting Bud, Boots fighting Bud. He beat Spence. Oh, Bud could fight Canelo. Get the fuck out of here. Stop, man. Stop, man. But anyway, it's been good. It's been good. Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez is a great, interesting, stylistic fight in the super middleweight division.
Yo, did you see what Andre said about Bud?
Two guys arguably that's been that people debate and people argue that was avoided by Canelo Alvarez. The winner of this fight gets Canelo Alvarez, have earned the right for Canelo Alvarez, have earned the right to fight for the undisputed at super middleweight, minus this whack ass talk of Bud Crawford. Stay out of super middleweight's business. We got a great matchup that the winner fights Canelo Alvarez and Cinco de Mayo. 2 respectable former champions, undefeated. Sharp, their tools are sharp. They got good skills. Stylistically, they different, but they can mesh to being a great fight. That's it. Let's talk realistic, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have here. The winner of Benavidez and Andrade is the massive fight for Canelo Alvarez and Cinco de Mayo. That's it. Boxing could be so simple and could be so realistic if people let it. But yo, I gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know.
Great chopping up with you, bro.
Me too, brother. Shout out to Low Nose Boxing. Subscribe to Low Nose Boxing. Everybody in the chat, love you. Shout out to the queen. Shout out to the king. Nonita Donaire, Rachel Donaire in the building. Y'all already know. Can't wait to see you back in the ring or on the mic or whatever you want to do in boxing. We got to chop it up real soon. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.